and make it 15 in a row for the Red Sox.
1-1. Chapman throws. Alonso swings and rips one. Too short. Backhanded by Chang. He plants. He throws to first. In time. Ball game over. The Red Sox have tied the record going back to 1901. 15 wins in a row. They win it here today 6-3. There is magic in the air at Fenway Park.
You just heard it on the Red Sox radio network. That was game one of their doubleheader against the Orioles. As you heard, 6-3 final score. In game one of the doubleheader between the Pirates and the Yankees, Pittsburgh scored 2 runs in the top of the 10th inning to beat New York 5-3. Right now, Alec Bohm has put the Phillies on the scoreboard first with a home run. They lead the Dodgers 2-0, top of the second inning. Also, Twins Guardians tied at 1, top of the second inning. I'm Monty Bolaños.
Elijah, put the camera on me. Sweetie.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, dack, a ack.
Enter, brother.
Come on in. With that password, guess what? You now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5.
Thank you, LeBron. That's right. No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, live on YouTube.
We'll do it live.
Is that right?
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Do it.
That's right. Thank you, Bill. And we'll do it live. Appreciate it.
Yo, I just found out.
Say my name.
Rob Parker. He was making some money, yo. I'm sorry to interrupt. Bill O'Reilly. I mean, I knew that, but
we'll do it live.
I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about what he was probably making in his prime. Man.
Well, the idea that he had to pay somebody a settlement of $34 million out of his own bank account should tell you how much money he had.
Yeah.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday, no doubt about it. And guess what?
Hallelujah.
That's right. And you will need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet. At least when people are still awake.
It's the only time. When else you going to count it, Rob?
Sorry about that, Ben. We tried. I can't help it. All right, write it down. Commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen who can't figure out the letters and numbers, it's 877-996-6369. And if you hear feedback on the line, guess what?
What's that?
It's your own fault. It means just one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
Turn down.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say, tough because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
That's right. With all that said, always remember...
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
Sweet-oo
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
There we go. Let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is
Kelvin Washington. Yo, they must have some free Heineken cases up in there. You look like you elevated an extra. Yeah, look at you. Dag near eye level. Almost. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
you almost there?
Hey, as long as you can see the show and the logo and you see the logo behind us.
Can I just say you seem extremely corporate. As if, I don't know, maybe like a boss is swinging by or something.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
Elijah, do we have the picture? Do you have it?
Let me see.
Our boss, Julie Talbot, came by from Premiere.
Where's Julie? Let me see. I don't know if Elijah has it up or
Look
not.
on your phone now. Elijah has it. Maybe.
Let me see.
Rob G, did you see it, Alex?
All right, just seeing you text.
Check your phones.
Check your phone. Parker attachment. Oh, look at you and Julie. Aw.
Alex, you see it?
Oh,
and
God.
Julie is out here winning Oscars, looking like she's really happy to see you, too.
Yeah.
Look at
The full side hug, both arms.
That's full squeeze, Alex.
Wow.
Julie, look at you winning out.
Rob G,
a regular
you know it's genuine, don't you, Rob G?
Oh, Julie's the best.
She is the best.
Best actress, a real regular Meryl Streep up in
Hey,
this
Rob,
thing.
I heard you got a boneless couch.
Yeah. No, she's mad. But you know why she's mad, Alex? He's making it look like he's making it look like we ain't paying him nothing out here. He getting boneless couches. Julie is upset with you. Got us looking like we ain't paying nothing around these streets.
Yeah,
Man, but no, that shout out to Julie. She is awesome.
Yes.
You know, I've still newish, been here a couple years now. Anytime I get a chance to see her, she's great. She's
the best.
She's got that Aaron Mallard thing where you hear all about it. You hear like, all right, she can't be that nice. She can't be that sweet. Then you meet her, you're like, you know what? You are. You live up to it. So
absolutely, she is. No doubt about it. All right. Hey, make sure you check out our YouTube channel. That's right. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Let's wing in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Of course, Rob G is our producer.
But Mexican
is. Alex is our engineer.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
One more time, Alex.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
And, of course, Monty Bolaños is at the anchor desk. She'll keep us updated throughout the show.
Monty be running around like a chicken with a head cut off today.
And, of course, Elijah.
Never heard of him.
Our social media guru.
Can't
and I
see
got to
him.
say this.
What's that?
You know I'm still on I'm still in New York.
Yeah.
Because American Airlines just screwed me. I don't even know what other word to say.
Did they give you the
Can I say
reason
that?
for not letting you go to the D? Pause, I think.
Yeah, pause. Yeah, thank you, Elijah.
Yeah, my bad,
pause.
Elijah. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Who are you, Spike Lee, talking to?
We got. I can't even. I know what he said, but there's no way Alex is gonna get me saying that. We got Chuck. Yes. We got. You know who he said another name
exactly
for Richard, and he was
for Gus Johnson and Spike Lee.
Like,
but
pause.
anyway, yeah. So they couldn't get me into Detroit until Friday, which doesn't work for me because I'm leaving on Saturday. And so I'm back in New York, so I'm still here doing the show tonight, tomorrow, and then Friday I'll fly back to L.A. and do the show from L.A. So it's just I've been gone for almost 2 weeks. It's a lot.
So wait, so you're not going to Detroit at all?
No, not this trip. I can't make it. I had plans. I had stuff to do.
You didn't want to hit another airline?
No, I tried. Dude, you know the price?
No,
go
prices
look at the
are crazy.
prices.
No, prices are crazy right now.
Like a one-way trip from here to Detroit, an hour and 20-minute flight is $800. One way. So you know I'm not going.
I don't know. I don't know who they think has money in this country right now.
I don't know what's going on. It's all crazy. All right, let's get it going.
Yeah, let's get to it. Rob G.
Let's talk
we're
about
only
Rob
three-quarters
G.
of the way through the segment. That's fine.
Yeah, that's what.
Rob G, this is per you. We right on.
7:08. My God.
We
It's
right on.
8 minutes into the show.
We right on time.
go.
See, Monty even knows. This is exactly where we go right here.
Oh God.
Let's go. And we'll do better than people who'll do the whole 15 minutes, okay? Just go ahead.
Oh my God. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. Victor Wembanyama's the new cover boy of the NBA 2K27. He's very excited about it, of course. He was making some media rounds earlier on Wednesday. One of the ones he spoke with was The Athletic. And, of course, they asked about the game. But one thing they also asked him about was, hey, man, you famously took a $50 million haircut to re-up with the Spurs. What was the reasoning behind that one? And he told The Athletic, quote, the reality of today's NBA is that often the potential of teams is not fulfilled because of money. And I just want to make sure it's never our case. And what's interesting about that is Adam Silver said himself last week that, hey, this second apron is working exactly the way we want to. And if guys got to take less, I'm paraphrasing here, then that is what it is because this is what we want in today's NBA. He wants that reality that requires some kind of sacrifice.
It ain't what we wanted, Rob G. It's not what we basketball fans wanted. It's not what we asked for. And if you look at we, the fan of any decade, over the last 40, 50 years, we typically have enjoyed what the product has given us. And if you want to go back to what saved the NBA, well, we had Magic and Bird and the Lakers and Celtics and rivalries there and competing even within their own, divisions. You had the 76ers and the Celtics. Then you had the Pistons and the Celtics, with their own conference going at it. Like, you had these battles where you saw teams have to earn it. Rob, they had to go through. You know that. You were, covering the NBA then. Teams had to go through it. They had to fight 2 or 3 years to beat the team. The Pistons to the Celtics, the Bulls to the Pistons, so on and so forth. Then you got to ultimately a few finals appearances with the Lakers and Celtics. Then you get to the 90s where Michael Jordan is the absolute best player on the planet, and we got to see the best player in the finals 6 years out of the 10 in that decade. And we got to see these things. You got to grow with players. Players stuck with each other for a while. I'm not saying you got to play your whole career together, but you got to see Pip and Mike for a long time. You got to see Joe and Isaiah for a long time, and Bird and McHale, and you got to grow with them. And you felt connected to the game. So you got the rivalries within the conferences and in the finals. You got the familiarity with the players themselves. You got storylines, beefs, and drama. And when I really start to look at this, Rob Parker, the 2020s have been some of the most boring and forgettable times in the NBA in that you're getting these one-offs. Like, the Denver Nuggets, they won. What year? I don't even, who did? No, the Nuggets played, okay, wait. No. The Bucks beat the Suns in 2020. I don't remember. Aside from the Knicks, and if you want to go, because the whole world was going through with the bubble and the Lakers, obviously that was a wild time for literally all of humanity. Like, there's really no juice. There's really no storylines. Like, how great would that have been if Joker came right back and was at it against the same team or against another team, or if the Warriors and the Steph Curry and Joker, 2 of the best players of the last decade, competed for 3 Western Conference finals and then eventually to see who would ultimately go to the finals. We have none of that. You get the one-offs. They disappear. They're gone. They never see the Nuggets again. Doubt we're going to see the Bucks again, especially with Giannis gone. And you have none of that, Rob, and I think that juice – they took away from that, and it's weird because that's part of what made the NBA great over the last 40, 50 years. Is seeing this, having these, and familiarity and knowing. If you go back to the 2010s, you had the Warriors going up against the Cavs, you know what I mean? And you got to see the best players going at it multiple times. And I just, as a hoop lover, as a basketball lover, I'm going to watch. I'm all in because I'm a fan. But it's not quite the same, and I think we need that, and I get what Victor Wembanyama is trying to create where, hey, maybe we can bounce right back, get right back to the finals, and then, hey, what if the Knicks do? Now you got to ride. They're playing against each other again. We were up every game against you, Knicks. We think we should have won. And the Knicks saying, nah, we are just a better, more seasoned veteran team. We're going to win again against you. That's, to me, what is more compelling, and I don't get how Adam Silver doesn't get that.
Yeah, I don't know what NBA you've watched. I think your assessment of what we've seen the last 10 years is just makes absolutely no sense to me. The last 10 years of the NBA has been nothing but compelling with great storylines, okay? Kawhi Leonard goes to Toronto, all right, after the whole issue with the Spurs, helps them win a championship, the first championship ever we've ever seen in Toronto. Then you could talk about the Lakers. And they won the championship.
You always hate on the Lakers.
No. Let me talk.
Go ahead.
Okay, because I'm not buying it. The Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, Giannis is a dummy. Why would he stay in Milwaukee? He'll never win a championship in Milwaukee. He won a championship. The Celtics, of course, got there twice. Their story, they lost the first time to Golden State, but they come back and win. So their storyline was great. These two players making $60 million, can they ever win? They lose the first time they go. They win the second time. They win a championship together. The Joker in Denver, the best player, won 3 out of 4 MVPs. People are questioning how really great he is. Oh, he's not really that great until he wins a championship. Guess what he did? He won a championship. OKC, the way that they came together, the trades to get them there, and then all of a sudden, the youngest team ever put together. They win an NBA championship. And then to cap it off, the Knicks haven't won since Moby Dick was a guppy, 53 years and all that went on, and the Knicks win a championship. This has been an unbelievable 10-year run for the NBA, and anybody who says, we've seen nothing but great players win. We saw Kawhi win. We saw Giannis. These are, all right, we're talking about guys who have won MVPs. We saw the Joker. We saw Tatum and Jaylen Brown combined. Shea has won 2 MVPs. He won a championship. Jalen Brunson was discounted, and guess what? He helps the Knicks win the championship and wins the Finals MVP. There's nothing but great storylines. This whole idea that we want to see Steph Curry and the Spurs or LeBron James and the two tired acts over and over instead of what we were able to watch in this past 10 years in the NBA. To me, the old saying used to be the NBA is fantastic. It has been fantastic. You can't write a better script. It's not mundane. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to step up. People question, the Joker. I don't care about the stats or the analytics. He can't win a championship. Giannis is dumb. Why would he stay in Milwaukee? He should go to Miami. He wins a championship over and over and over. OKC, they're too young. They can't win. Yes, they win. My God. This has nothing to do with the Apron. The Apron is simply the players are dumb. They agreed to a system where the owners are taking advantage of them, cut off free agency. That has nothing to do with competitive balance. The NBA has been competitively balanced, and it has nothing to do with the salary cap. It's the idea that there are budding stars all over the league, and a lot of these guys, most of them MVPs, have had a share of winning, and that's what you want to see in the league. It ain't a one-off. You talking about Denver's just a one-off. No, they have a great player who won 3 MVPs, and he got a championship out of it. That is what makes basketball and sports, to me, exciting and interesting.
I disagree. No, it's not. You know your favorite team. You won't admit it, but we know it is. The New York Yankees. They're great when the Yankees are in this thing. Baseball's been great because the Dodgers are in this thing. We know about what the North Carolina Tar Heels were doing in the 80s and the 90s and 2000s. And I'm not saying you can't mix it up. Every now and again, you get a wash, rinse, repeat, right? You get all of a sudden, Lakers fall off for a decade, give or take. All of a sudden, boom, Shaq and Kobe come back, and they're right there in the dominance. And we're just not seeing that. We're seeing guys who are really good, they pop up, and they go away.
Really good MVPs.
Yeah,
they're not really
right,
good.
And I'm glad you said that.
They're not really good. They're MVPs.
I'm glad you said it because we're getting MVPs that are where'd they go? Joker may never get in the finals. Might not even get to the Western Conference Finals again. And it makes
He doesn't have to get in again. He got in and won.
Right.
He don't have to get in again.
But
this whole notion that you got to win like multiple or whatever. The idea
he's
that Denver
almost 4-time MVP, and you're telling me
Denver
I
never
can't have
won
those
a championship.
It doesn't matter.
Never won.
I can't have those expectations.
They never won a championship.
So then go ride horses. Then if I can't have expectations on the guy who people university say is the best player, then go ride horses. If I can't have expectations on the best player in the NBA, God forbid I have expectations on the best player, the best quarterback, and the best team in baseball. I should have expectations when you're that, and it should be that you have a shot at getting back to at least the conference finals or the finals. That's what we want to see. Can I get some more dominance? Can I get that?
Your reasoning makes no sense.
It makes all the sense. Great dominant players have dominated, Rob. Do we need to go back to the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s?
Look at all these MVPs. It's not like the same 4 guys are winning this MVP every year. That's dominating. And then you would say they should win more.
You just told me he won 3 out of 4. People say he should have won 4. Then dominate.
The
SGA has 2. Giannis has 2.
Kelvin, come on, man. You know what? I know you know basketball better because he's also the first guy to win without having another All-Star on the team. Is that the guy that you're saying should win multiple championships with no All-Stars on the team other than him?
I'm saying broader.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, absolutely.
No, because that makes no sense.
Absolutely.
That makes absolutely no sense.
And what I'm saying broader is
he won a championship
without
without having another MVP, without having another All-Star on a team.
Okay.
It had never been done.
Okay, so then go retire.
Never been done.
Rob, then tell him to go retire. Rob, tell him to go retire.
Never been done.
Okay, he did it. Go retire.
Never been done.
Go retire. It's over. God forbid I have expectations on the best player in the NBA.
Crazy.
God forbid.
877-99 on Fox. Are you with Kelvin with this nonsense or not? Has all this parity made the 2020s NBA basketball a forgettable experience like Kelvin thinks so? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And we want to hear from you. This ain't a damn podcast. It's a radio show.
But check out your part, Inside the Parker Pod, though.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Stick and stay. I'm out of energy.
Unless somehow you might even forget the phone number like Kelvin forgets stuff in the US of A.
Well, I get in this.
Another prominent name that was laid off today was announced. Cam Newton, who has been a brief run at ESPN, quite honestly. They had just signed him to a new multi-year deal last August to appear on First Take. And they already decided to cut the cord. Now, Stephen A. spoke about the Ryan Clark situation on his own podcast, saying that he was upset about it. The boss knows he's upset about it. And that if he had as much power as people think he did, that Ryan Clark would still be there. I, full disclosure, did not watch the podcast, but there was no headline mentioning that Stephen A. was upset about the Cam Newton firing. Maybe it's because you recall back in March, Cam Newton had Stephen A.'s longtime nemesis, Jason Whitlock, on his podcast, and Jason Whitlock went scorched earth on Stephen A.
No doubt.
And Stephen A. responded back on his own podcast a couple of days after that. And he said one thing in particular that raised some eyebrows. Said, quote, Cam, next time, my brother, because you know I love you, you're going to interview somebody and bring me up. Don't just sit there and let them talk ish. Ask some damn questions.
And you know what, Kelvin?
Yeah.
And Rob G, thank you that's the perfect way to set it up. But I'll say this. Steve was right on this. And I didn't talk to him about the whole Cam Newton and all that. Mm-hmm. I know personally, Kelvin, I told Rob G this in pre-show meeting. On Rob G's podcast. What's the name of it, Rob G?
The Restricted Area.
The Restricted Area. If Rob G brought in somebody who had a riff with me, which means he'd have guests for the next 3 months. Because so many people are dead to me. Right. But anyway.
That's the best part.
And they trashed me on his podcast, and he just kind of sat there. I would feel a certain kind of way. I don't think I'd be able to work again with somebody. I'm not saying that who you should have on. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that they can't make a case or whatever they want to do, but to sit there, and I thought it was very weird, I got to admit, knowing the history between Jason Whitlock and Stephen A. And Jason Whitlock would just attack him every freaking day, just every day. Every video was about Stephen A. It was really, really bad. He said some crazy stuff that Cam just sat there. And I thought, that's strange. Don't you remember the one where he even, and Kelvin, this is the one that really got me. When he said that Stephen A. was gay because he was playing solitaire at the NBA. Remember they caught him
on the screen, yeah.
And there was no response to that. It was just like he just threw that out there. That was the one that really got to me. I was just like, what? What does playing solitaire have to do with any? Like I was shocked that went unchecked. Okay, so here's the point, and then I want to hear from you, and then we'll ask people. I don't think. I don't. Like Steve doesn't. I agree with Steve, and I believe him. He can't say who's hired or fired, okay? Because there would be a lot of people he'd want to still be around. Jalen Rose, and you know what I mean, and all those guys for sure. But I would have had a hard time working with Cam, me personally, after that performance with Jason Whitlock. That's just me.
I'm going to add a couple things to this. Me and you have talked about it, and we've actually, Dagner, if you want to say, put it in like a class of journalism and interviewing. And one of the reasons I say that is because that's one thing I think sometimes that happens when you get podcasts. I heard Shannon Sharp do that. He did the Cat Williams interview with some other people, said, you didn't push back. You didn't say this, or why didn't you bring that up when such? And he says, yo, I'm not a journalist. I'm a dude who has a podcast. I'm doing interviews. And I think this is where it's kind of getting mixed up, is that Cam is just, I'm just bringing people on. But there is an art to this. You know this. There is an art to what we do. There is a skill set to it. There is honing in on your craft and your skills so that you can be able to do that. I say that to say Cam might have been thinking he was doing what was right by just, I'm going to give him a platform. I'm not going to cut him off. I'm not going to be rude, and thinking that was the right thing to do. And the right thing to do was to say, now, hold on. You say this, but, let me ask you this. Or, well, can you understand this? Because a lot of the stuff Jason Whitlock saying was personal. Remember, he was talking about Stephen A's past and his college career and his childhood stories. How you going to tell somebody else about his childhood stories? Now, if you don't like his takes on LeBron or Aaron Rodgers or something.
If you don't, spot on.
If you don't like his takes on, if you don't like his approach, I don't like the way he conducts the show and how he's maybe the maestro of the show. That's fine, but I can't let you go at a guy that I've built a relationship with, his personal stuff. He ain't even like that. He ain't his childhood. Hold on now. That's because now it's gone personal. Kelvin, Washington, on a Worship Wednesday, and it's time to get your financial portfolio game ready. With Webull, get powerful investing tools and real-time data all in one platform. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. Webull Financial, LLC, member SIPC, FINRA. Investing involves risk, and for more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures. All right, let's get some calls, Rob. 877-99 on Fox. I believe all this parity, all the 2020s just ain't been hitting the same. You say I'm crazy. I say, nah, it just ain't the same for me. What say the public? 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Steve in Phoenix. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Steve?
Hey, guys.
What's up,
how
Steve?
Are you doing today?
Doing good, brother.
Good.
You?
Hey, I'm doing well. I agree with both your takes. One of the things that I've noticed with the NBA is definitely how the salary cap has come into play. You've got two different versions now. You've got the people that are buying a team. People are jumping ship to try to create those power teams, which we started with Miami Heat. Then you've got the draft development. But those draft development windows, like the OKCs, like the San Antonios now, the window is only open for so long. They might have 2 to 3 years till they have to start paying these guys big money. and then they go different places. That's just kind of the nature of the beast that we're living in right now. But I did like to see those teams develop. When you saw them make a run into the semifinals and the finals, and then finally they broke through.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's very, it's tough to see those anymore. That's how my feeling is. I'd like to see those teams develop and stay on, hold on to that team for a little bit longer, but it's just not happening.
No doubt. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the call.
That's right. Thank you, MJ in New Orleans. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, MJ?
I wonder whose side he's going to be on today.
Peace and reuse, sick and grease through the Glazed Beignet brothers. What's going on?
What up, Beignet brother? Our triplet. What's up?
You got it. Hey, man, I got to agree with my man K-Dub on this one. The one in sprung Parity Championship has become a participation trophy. In the opinion, it's a response to the players' empowerment movement. Professor Rob Falter, I think his nephew Vince Coleman stated, and like I said, it's a participation trophy, and I want to think that
totally disagree. That's totally disagree. It's no participation trophy. That's ridiculous.
You got to let me get this out, man. Come on, Rob.
No, I can't let you get it out because I can't let it get.
Don't let our Beignet brother come on.
Because it's so preposterous. It's just preposterous what you just said.
Rob,
that's what it is.
Rob, I know you went to those different schools, so I know you're acting like Waldorf and the story, but hey, man, let me wrap this thing up, man. 1-on-1 championship still be referred to as former boxer, now commentator, the Timothy Bradley effect. I'm not buying it, man. I want to see championships. I want to see three-peats. I want to see back-to-back. This one and done. It's participation trophy. Thank you guys for taking my call, man. Y'all have a great show, man.
It makes no sense. I just gave you some great examples of guys who pushed through, did things that Toronto had never won a championship. Denver had never won a championship.
It's so bad you had to go back to Toronto. I said the 2020s. That was 2019.
I'm just giving you the idea in the last 20 years or so.
Come on. Them things are boring, Rob.
No, they're not.
They weren't.
It's just
Rob.
ridiculous.
Thank God for the Knicks.
You're just living in some fantasy world that makes no sense.
How am I living in a fantasy world? We've enjoyed the same NBA you've been enjoying for 40 years, and now it's a fantasy.
Stop. It ain't no. Even Shaq and Kobe. You talking about Shaq and Kobe or Michael Jordan? How many guys won 3 in a row? I mean, it ain't like there's so many teams that have won 3 in a row. I don't know what dominance
I'm talking about. Even the Rockets. My point is that we saw teams and we saw rivalries. We saw people competing. And right now it's just one-offs and different teams playing different teams.
It would be different if they were one-offs and you didn't have the best player in the league or league MVP attached to it. That would be a one-off. Carl in Mobile, real quick, Alabama, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
I'll be real quick. I was puzzled to hear Kevin's argument because I know from listening he plays the devil's advocate for everything you say, and that's probably great radio to some effect. But the whole point of the NBA and any other sport is to achieve parity. That's why they offer more balls in the lottery for teams that have a losing record. That's why they do all these different machinations to try to help losing teams compete. Nobody wants to see the same teams every year in the championship.
Can I tell you this? Can I tell you that? Let me say you're spot on, Colin. Hold on. In the 50s, go back, a sports fan.
MJ was terrible, right?
No. Let me
go ahead.
Carl, go back and look in the 50s. Okay? Yankees went to the World Series 8 out of 10 times won the World 8 out of 10 times in the 50s. Go look at the Green Bay Packers, they won the NFL championship. Go look at the Montreal Canadiens, they won every Stanley Cup. Go look at the Boston Celtics, they won all the NBA. It's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen. The Yankees' attendance actually went down during that time. You know why? Because they went to the World Series every year.
So, Carl, let me ask you something, Carl. Carl, you still there?
Sense. I'm here.
So you didn't like the NBA in the 80s?
Let me put it like this. Those teams that were there all the time, you grew up knowing who was going to be in the championship every year. Maybe there was going to be one other team, and that's just the way it was because of the way the league was set up. And the
wait. That's not what I asked you, Carl. I know the structure.
It was because
it was a simple question.
It was because of the way it was set up.
No, that's not what I asked you.
You're 100%
I asked you a question. Did you enjoy the basketball in the NBA in the 80s?
I enjoyed the basketball we saw the last 10 years. What are you talking about?
Would you let Carl answer the question? Carl.
Let me put it like this. when I grew up in the 80s, the only teams I saw on TV was the Lakers and the Celtics, and that was in the regular season. On CBS, you got Lakers and you got
Carl,
Celtics.
you fighting for your life. Answer the question, Carl. Come on.
No,
I
Carl,
asked you,
you
did
got
you
it
like
right,
it?
Carl. All right, we got to get an
Carl
update.
going all the way
We're
right. Well, you know they had an
We're way
Eastern
late.
Conference and a Western Conference team. Well, you know the Lakers were purple and gold. Carl, that ain't the question.
We're way late. All right.
I know. This is
now you care about the clock.
Now you care about the clock. You want to yell at MJ? Boy, I tell you, this guy here. You know, Rob, welcome back. It's good to have you back.
If I saw MJ in New Orleans, I would throw a dead rat at him now. That's how I feel.
Mark. Who gave Mark a key? Monty Bolaños now.
Hi, guys.
Monty, I know you're with me.
How are you, Monty?
I'm so well. Rob, I haven't seen you in forever. I don't even know what you look like anymore.
I know. It's been a long trip, Monty.
Now he's laughing with Monty.
But it's
I'm
good.
stranded. I'm stranded in New York. I'm going to write a movie.
Flight prices have been
they gotta relax.
Insane, unreal.
Vegas
I don't know
to
what
LA,
it is.
you can get a $50, $60 ticket. Now it's getting crazy.
Ever since Spirit went bankrupt.
Facts.
That's what it was.
Facts.
Everybody was like, okay, then we're going to raise our prices. It's been frustrating looking at those prices.
Between that and the jet fuel with the war.
That's another part of it.
Things that have skyrocketed ticket prices. They're ridiculous.
It's stupid. But we're going to wait for you here, Rob, but I'm happy to be hanging out with you. A little bit of NFL news for you. Arizona Cardinals quarterback Jacoby Brissett reported to training camp today with the rest of his teammates, but nothing new regarding his contract. In Major League Baseball, the Red Sox have won 15 in a row, defeating the Baltimore Orioles 6-3 at Fenway in Game 1 of their doubleheader.
Can they lose Game 2, please?
Well, right now, the Orioles are up 4-0 after the beginning of the game, bottom of the first inning, about to start in Boston. The Blue Jays lead the Rays 1-0, top of the second inning there. Pirates and Yankees are in their second game of a doubleheader. They're scoreless, bottom of the second inning. Earlier today, the Pirates defeated the Yankees 5-3. The Twins and the Guardians are tied at 3, bottom of the third inning. Alec Bohm put the Phillies on the scoreboard first with a home run, but Dalton Rushing has responded with a home run, so Philadelphia leads the Dodgers 2-1, top of the fourth inning. Salvador Perez hit his 317th career home run with the Royals. They actually beat the Giants earlier today 5-4, but he tied George Brett's franchise record with the 317th home run. The Nationals scored 6 runs in the 7th inning, and they beat Colorado Rockies 8-0. Back to you guys.
Monty, thank you. Appreciate it. It is the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a Worship Wednesday. Here's what we'll do. We'll break because we want to have, of course, Shekel City, Tyrek Play of the Day. Plus, you got Kirby Smart saying some things about how Georgia is going to handle their football team in contrast to what the rest of college football is doing. We'll tell you what that is. It's the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Stick with your boys, Fox Sports Radio.
Yes. Mass layoffs there at ESPN. Several prominent personalities, including one that happened yesterday. We touched on a little bit. Ryan Clark was informed during a live taping of NFL Live that he was going to be laid off the following day, and ultimately decided that, you know what, I'm just not going to finish the show. So he didn't come back for the rest of the taping of the show. And today he broke his silence kind of on Instagram, saying proof of life showing him working out. Before the madness yesterday, I woke up, got in my Tundra, drove to Planet Fitness, got to work. The rest of the day was eventful, but the journey continues. My pieces with God and my humility comes from within. I'll continue to build myself so the world can never strip me of what's real. Get moving today, y'all. That's from Ryan Clark.
Yeah, I'll just stump here, Rob, that I think credit for him because you know this. You have had the privilege of working with and also kind of helping teach and groom some of these.
I was there from day one.
Yeah, exactly. And me and you have talked about how, you know, athletes have gone through some programs that you've been a part of, kind of teaching them how the ropes of this business. And shout out to Ryan Clark taking it as seriously as he's taken, he took his NFL and football career. He took it very seriously, came prepared, and you know this. He had takes that people disagreed with. He might have, he made some mistakes. He had some bumps and bruises along the way. But I think the larger thing for me, I'm looking at right now, is a lot of these places and a lot of these personalities. They're starting to build up themselves where they don't necessarily need the place. Now, it's a huge platform, ESPN. Ain't no lying about that. Ain't no way around it.
I don't know if people are making the money that they're making. Like I get it. I get it. Everybody's not making that kind of loot.
No, I won't answer that because you know that I know that you know some of the answers to that. That it ain't everybody ain't Stephen A. and Pat McAfee. That's all I'm gonna say. And
no, I get that, but everybody. You know how many podcasts there are out there? Seriously, everybody's not making a living.
Oh no, I agree with that.
Everybody's not making a living.
But I think I credit Ryan.
That's all I'm saying.
For me and Rob G were talking about this. That him being let go caused such a stir. Because there are people we let go. FS1 had to let some people go. ESPN has let people go since when I was there and you were there, they had about 2 or 3 layoffs. Then this is one of the times it became, a big ordeal, and people are kind of jumping in, and people are talking about the way it happened, and people are talking about what's right and what's not in that regard. Should you be able to have an on-air dispute and not necessarily lead to being fired? And I guess my point is to Ryan, through it all, through the bumps and the bruises and the mistakes and the great, analytical work that he's done, he's created himself a brand, and he started to pivot, and he started to kind of be in a position where I know his agent is not – he's fielding a lot of calls right now because he put himself in a great position with the way his approach. He took it very seriously from even how he appeared on air to the work he did. And you know this. When ESPN deems you one of those ones, you are going to work. They're going to have you – that man was on Get Up. At the same time, he's on literally running through the halls. Literally, you know this. Go on the first take.
Well, but that's how they work people.
They work people to death. You count down.
But I'm going to say this: as much as people are, there are 2 things that I'm going to push back on. And first of all, nobody wants to get fired, and I don't know if there's a right way. I see the idea of what ESPN was doing. Okay, is. People are calling. Story is about to break. He's worked there for 10 years. We'd rather tell him ourselves.
Of course.
Rather than it being on his Twitter timeline and I think they got caught. They were going to do it the next day. And now here comes Andrew Marchand and these guys who do these, media stories, and they're going to break this story. They got it. And we'd rather him hear it from us, even though the show was going on. And I think they got caught out there. You got to remember, when these things go through, people know it's not just the boss and the employee. All kinds of mechanisms and things have to be in place. So that's how these stories get out. Maybe there was a promotion or some stuff going on with Ryan Clark, or he's a part of some ESPN commercials. This is simple, Kelvin.
Right.
The what they call traffic department gets a memo and says take out all of the commercials that feature
Ryan Clark. And you're like, what's going on there?
Am I right?
Yeah.
Like
no,
seriously.
Absolutely. But that's
how this stuff, when people, that's how it gets out. Okay, that has to be done as this is happening. That's what happened to me at the Fan in Detroit. Every day when I left the radio station, they would have a commercial for my show, Parker and the Man.
Couple Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Still got a lot left in the show next hour. We'll talk some NFL headlines. Some headlines popping up here every now and again with Adam Kaplan. Looking forward to talking to him. One's got to go as well next hour. And then Ned Colletti, my man, coolest dude in baseball. Ned Colletti is going to join us. He's got a new book out and some great stuff from him. We'll talk some baseball with him, and also last call as well. So still a lot to get to, Rob, on this Worship Wednesday. Let's get to Shekel City now.
Welcome to Shackle City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
All right, 2-1 last night.
Right, bounce back.
185 and 159. Needed that. Got that.
Whoopie damn do.
Thank you, DC. Let's go here. Tigers and the Cubs. That's a national game on ESPN. Coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to go with Cubs plus 1.5. That's my best bet. White Sox minus 1.5. They're in Arlington taking on the Texas Rangers. And the Marlins, who lost to the Astros last night, I got the Marlins minus 1.5 taking on the Astros in Houston. So again, Marlins minus 1.5, White Sox minus 1.5, and the Cubs plus 1.5. And remember, Kelvin,
what's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
Well, every time you say what's the Florida who in baseball?
You mean Miami Marlins?
I mean the Miami who?
Marlins.
Hello, you say I'm going to take the Marlins. Mark, you got to settle down, Mark. This is gone too far.
It's the Marlins.
The Marlins. Your New York comes out with certain things, not all the time, but certain things. Like every time
I'm in New York. Call me. We'll
Talk
talk.
dogs, daughters, and coffee.
Every time he
Dogs,
leaves here,
daughters,
what's he
and
say?
coffee.
Alex, see you later. I'm like, okay, that's
NBC you later.
See you later. Remember, he was sad it was no longer NBC for then he bounced back with the NBC later.
ABC for a while.
It was ABC. Now
What do you want me to say?
CBS.
I mean,
I'll CBS you soon.
I'll CBS you soon. And what you doing out there in them New York streets, man? Since you got a couple of days.
Nothing really, to be honest. Tomorrow I'm going to have lunch with some people, including my ex-nephew, Vinny Goodwill from ESPN.
Wait,
have
why
lunch
is he
tomorrow.
your ex-nephew? Can he just be your nephew permanently?
No. Man, we're not together,
Y'all parted
man.
ways, but that don't mean you got to part ways with him.
No, it's all good. Vinny's my man. You know, I started helping Vinny when he was in college, man.
Yeah.
I'm just proud of him. You know, when I see him and the stuff he's been able to accomplish. And you know this, we're coming up on NABJ, and you run into so many people over the time, and you see where their careers have gone, and I know it's a trying time now in the business. So if you're thinking about getting into business, and you know, and you're doubting it or questioning it, I'm just telling you, I've been on a 40-year ride, and there's ups and downs, and
1,000%.
things happen. You just got to be. If you're not willing to put up a fight and fight for it, then you're going to be short. You know, it's not going to be on the long run for you. You got to be willing to fight for it, and there are economic times that come with it. I didn't last for 40 years. Everything wasn't golden and great. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to fight through it.
Big facts, man. I mean, if anybody thinks it's going to be sweet, you know, just easy peasy, you know, and don't take the anomalies, right? They'll go, well, my friend did it and got in. It was easy. Okay, well, that's an anomaly. For the rest of us, as you mentioned, you're going to have to work, and every move is not going to be the next step up. You might have to go one step backwards to take two steps forward and all that, man. You got to stay the course. It's not built for the weak.
Kelvin, one other thing.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about this. And I know when people in the media lose their jobs, it's a big deal only because people, know who they are. They're quasi-famous.
Uh-huh.
You know, I say that, just
because there's levels, right? Denzel is not, Ryan Clark ain't Denzel. I get it.
Exactly. But the quasi, like people know who they are. They watch them. They feel like they're a part of their lives or whatever. And you know this in local news when anchor people get fired and they move on or change a lineup and all kinds of stuff. It affects them because they develop a relationship with them. But I do sometimes. I step back and I was hearing all the comments and whatnot, and and I'm not here to protect ESPN or anybody. I've been fired numerous times in my career, but I do still feel sometimes we feel like it's a birthright that we shouldn't be affected like everybody. People get fired all the time, and it ain't the end of the world. You know what I mean? It ain't the end of the world, and it ain't look at the way that they did these guys and. There's no loyalty. Like I think to myself, as a guy who's in that spot, and has been fired, but I also look at it from the average Joe and the fans and the people who are listening, who are listening to this. Gotta like, this happens like every day.
Somebody's
hundreds of times a day, where people put in their time and energy. It's not a birthright to work at ESPN or to work at Fox Sports. And if you're blessed enough to put in, a good amount of time and have a platform on some national level like that, you should embrace it, enjoy that time. And nothing's forever. I know there's a handful of guys, and you might say, well, you've been around for 40 years. I haven't been in the same place for 40 years. I haven't.
No, those days, they're going out of the Walter Cronkite, being somewhere, for 30, 40 years. We're in a different era. And absolutely, it's difficult. I do think because of social media, people feel more connected because you don't just see the product on the air. Meaning you follow them, right? You see them in the gym. You see them with their family.
But
you see them on vacation.
Though, right?
So, no, you're right. So I think what happens is it becomes an even more heightened sense. For instance, if you use Ryan Clark for an example, if you just saw his takes, I think the Cowboys are going to blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I like him. He does a great job on TV. Cool. But it's that you then follow the journey with the pivot, and you follow his journey with his family, and you follow his journey, whatever, and that people then become extremely invested so that when stuff happens, if they feel like it's an injustice, you're going to hear about it. If they feel like it was wrong, you're going to hear about it.
It's not that they can't. I'm just like.
But you get what I mean? There's an even more investment because I think people have felt more connected.
I think people who are in the business. I just saw a lot of former people talking about, treatment or what. I've seen people get fired. All kind dude. When I was growing up, Warner Wolf couldn't have been a bigger sportscaster than the biggest sportscaster, local sportscaster in the country. Biggest. My world stopped when he used to do the sports on CBS here in New York, right? Yeah. I'm not even kidding you. I wanted to be Warner Wolf. I thought he was just innovative, smart, funny, all that. He got fired one day, right? Mm-hmm. And Warner Wolf put in 20 years at CBS or whatever. And a security guard came over to him, gave him a box, Kelvin.
Yeah.
And said, you got 15 minutes to clean your desk out. And they walked him out and took his card key. And do you know what I'm saying?
I do. And it happens all the time. And I've seen it even worse.
That's what I'm saying.
In other businesses, if you're in sales or anything that involves intellectual property knowledge, they will be at your door to get the company car. They don't even let you drive. They give us the computer. They are right there, whole security team at your house. Knock, knock. We need all that stuff.
We want the car keys. We need the phone.
Laptop, the phone.
Yep.
Yeah. So and I think it's just the reality of it hits people because it seems because you know what it is, Rob? This is the best way to explain it.
Okay.
It's like when the intro is like a great relationship. You mean, how you doing? The interview, right? How's it going? We love at your work. You're so good. Oh, my gosh, I love this place. I've always wanted to work. So I think that's what it is. It comes in so great, and we talk to your agent. We love you. And I think you think that so that when it ends badly, it ends like a horrible breakup, like we said, I'm snatching everything back, get out the house. That rubs people the wrong way because they think of the fuzzy good time of with the hiring, the courting process. Ooh, they want me. How much you want?
Yeah, but I don't know what. But I don't know what other way. Very few people.
Very few people.
A lot of people you have to throw out because they don't want to move on, or you know what I mean. Unfortunately, they do.
I think that just the optics of it rub people the wrong way, even though it happens way more in regular, quote unquote, regular jobs, if you will. It happens even more, but I just think the optics of it.
I just think you just know the people, and so you think
there's an affinity. Yes, I grew up, I watched them for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years.
Forever,
the example you gave, 20 years, and I'm so familiar with this person. How could they do that? Happens all the time. You mentioned
happens all the time.
Yeah.
They're done.
All right, well, we got enough time here to get to the tie-wreck play of the day.
1-1. Chapman throws. Alonso swings and ripped one. Too short. Backhanded by Chang. He plants. He throws to first. In time. Ball game over. The Red Sox have tied the record going back to 1901. 15 wins in a row. They win it here today 6-3. There is magic in the air at Fenway Park.
What are we, the Red Sox radio ourselves over here? They keep winning, and we keep making them the tie-wreck play of the day.
They're down 4-0 tonight. Come on, can they lose?
What inning?
All right.
What inning?
It was early. They were down 4-0 in the first inning. First inning.
Red Sox Radio there on the call. That was your Tire Rack play of the day, brought to you by, of course, Tire Rack. And Tire Rack, for over 40 years, they've been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. Rob, when you get back in L.A., Rob G., he said, me, you, him, and even Alex, we're going to go golfing, man. I got out there today. Was swinging the clubs, felt good. Probably best out Dagner I think ever played. Rob G, feeling good. So Rob G said we're going golfing. Did I? Yeah.
I shot in the 70s one time. Did I tell you that?
I don't know if you meant the 1970s.
No. It was 73. It was 73 degrees that day. That was it. Yes, 70s.
That's what it is. We're gonna get you out on this course, bro. Monty will go.
We are Buzzword.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong.
You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice.
And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King.
The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun.
I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
The Boston Red Sox have won 15 games in a row, defeating the Baltimore Orioles 6-3 in Game 1 of their doubleheader. Right now in Game 2, it's all Baltimore. They lead Boston 4-0, and it's the top of the third inning. In Game 1 between the Pirates and the Yankees, Pittsburgh won that one 5-3. Right now, they're in Game 2 of their doubleheader in the Bronx. They are scoreless, and it's the bottom of the fourth inning. Dalton Rushing has given the Dodgers the lead. First he homered, now he had a 2 RBI double. They lead the Phillies 3-2, top of the fifth inning. The Rays and the Blue Jays are tied at 1 after 3 innings. The Twins have taken the lead from the Guardians in Cleveland at 7-3, bottom of the fourth inning. And the Braves lead the Padres at home 1-0, bottom of the second inning. In the NFL, Arizona quarterback Jacoby Brissett reported to training camp today, but nothing regarding his contract. And in the WNBA, the Lynx defeated the Storm 86-76. I'm Monty Bolaños.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number two. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a
Worship
Wednesday. I was just trying to get there.
I get it. It's you in New York.
Here
you don't
on
know
Fox
what time
Sports Radio.
What day?
You know, it's a delay coming back L.A. and New York. Is there a delay, or I'm just trying to think it through?
You're just thinking it through.
Okay, but be sure to check out us on YouTube. You might be watching right now.
Do it!
See, I'm all decked out. Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Wow, I didn't know Julie was coming. Oh, I didn't know. Hey, y'all put Fox Sports Radio behind me? It was like K-Rock, whatever, something behind you yesterday. Now it's Fox Sports Radio behind you.
Did I do that?
That's right, Julie Talbert, our boss at Premiere, I should say. Don't forget to check us out on the YouTube channel. That's right. Just Odd Couple FSR on YouTube, Odd Couple FSR, and hit that subscribe button. Coming up in about 28 minutes, Adam Kaplan, Fox Sports Radio NFL insider, guy who used to work at ESPN as well back in the day, and One's Got to Go. We'll do that as well. So we got a lot to get to here in our number two.
That's right.
So Rob G, Aaron Darnold, we got what? He is contemplating, right? There was conversation about his return.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where everybody seems to agree that he is going to come back. It's just, when is he going to come back? Is he going to come back for week 1? Is he going to come back for the bye week, playoff push, what have you? So Jason Lockenfor, a longtime NFL reporter, actually caught up with Sean McVay.
Where's Jason Lockenfor now? What is he doing? I saw this, and I'm trying to figure out, where is he?
He does a podcast in Baltimore.
Because he had a radio show in Baltimore.
He had a radio
He used to
show.
work at the Detroit Free Press.
He was doing CBS.
The Washington Post, I think. CBS. Like, he's worked around.
He's a regular on Fox Sports Radio. He comes on Jason Smith's show during the football season.
Oh, stop it. Okay. Stop it, Rob. Just
I know you never miss it.
We know you never miss it. Mark, you got to relax.
By the way, Mark texted me about the laugh. He's like, I love it.
Of course he does.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mark.
So
it's good. At least he's listening to the show.
Oh, he's going to listen. You know why? Because you're on. My boy Mark didn't listen a single day last week, Monty. Whoa, Kelvin, if Rob's not, let me complain with that man. That's my guy.
So, anyways, Lockenfor caught up with Sean McVay, and he asked him about Aaron Donald's, impending return. And McVay said this, quote, "He's done so much for me. I love the man he is. I love the husband, love the father, the son. He represents a lot of things that are right. And what he's going to do is he's thinking about this. He's going to go through his process. And the one thing about Aaron Darnold is what he does full speed ahead. Whole word salad, did a whole lot of nothing, but he basically let him know, yes, he's coming just on his own time.
And it's going to be a mistake. Shame on Aaron Darnold to even go this route. It wasn't that long ago he said he had lost his passion for football. He loved the sport but had no interest in playing. And I don't know what happened financially or something changed for him. I thought he had a beautiful exit from the NFL. You know, you make a lot of money, you have your health, you walk away with a championship, anything you could ever ask for. And you see people come back, and most people come back, and it's bad. It's always a bad ending. And you go, maybe it would have been better off not to come back. I thought Michael Jordan coming back and going to the Wizards was like, ugh, is that what you really want to do? And I get it. They offered him, you know, a part of the team once he stopped playing and all kinds of other stuff. But if he could do it all over again, I bet you he wouldn't. And I know this is the team he's already played for, and the idea that they have this great roster and they're going to win the Super Bowl, it's automatic. Everybody's already picking them to win and all that kind of stuff. I just hope it's not one of those scenes where, you know, some terrible injury, and I'm not putting it out there, but that's what happens to a lot of people.
No, we put it out there, but then put it out there.
What happened to Conor McGregor? Did he just come back or something?
He did.
He just came back, didn't he?
Yeah, it did.
He tore his knee.
Tore his knee about a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. That just happened, right? Because he hadn't fought in like 5 years or something. Yeah. Is that what it was? Okay.
Don't play Corey. Don't do that.
No, I'm just throwing it out there. I think there's, if you can, and I get most people can't because they haven't made enough money, and this is the only thing that they can do to make a lot of money. I get that from people. I do. I'm not going to begrudge them if this is the only skill set. I've talked to plenty of football players, and a lot of them say to me, I don't know of any other job a 6 foot, 360-pound guy is going to be making the money that he makes. There's no accounting job. Do you know what I mean? Right. There's no job for me. There's no job. So I understand that standpoint. But I thought once a guy retires and talks about losing passion for it, I don't understand how this fits in. I don't know if it's a money grab. I don't know if he's been talked into this. He sounded like when he stepped that he had thought it out, wanted to spend time with his family and whatnot. And he can do whatever he wants. I'm not sitting here saying he can't do it. Of course he can do whatever he wants. I think there's a great way of going out. John Elway, I remember they wanted him to come back. He won back-to-back Super Bowls. John, come back. We got this great team going. Come back. No, thank you. I've played a long time in the NFL. I didn't win one Super Bowl. I won my last 2 years, back-to-back Super Bowls. Thank you. He bowed out gracefully, and that was a great way to end a career. And I think there's something about exits and not. I always think about Derek Jeter. He could have played a couple more. He had a lifetime 310 batting average, right? Probably could have gone to Florida or the Rays or some team down in Florida, right?
Right.
And played a couple more years. Could have done that. He said, nah, I'm good. I played for the New York Yankees. I played my whole 20 years. I did everything I could do. I won all these championships. I did everything. I'm good. Thank you. So I just wonder. I think that Aaron could be messing up what I thought was a beautiful exit to the NFL. That's all.
I think, I hear your sentiment. I get that. We all want somebody to ride off in the sunset. Looks beautiful. It's iconic. You mentioned John Elway. I'll give you another one, Jerome Bettis.
Jerome Bettis was excellent.
I win a Super Bowl in Detroit, where I'm from. I ride off into the sunset. And I as a sports fan, and we talked about this last hour, just you grow to have an affinity for somebody. You would love for that to happen. But I think a couple of things here with specifically Aaron Darnold. I think this happens with, when you brought up Jordan, I'll go back. You went to the Wizards Jordan. I'll go back to the 94, 95 Jordan of that time. I think there's a break. Right, you've been playing ball since you were Pop Warner. If this is your Aaron Darnold, and I think there's a break that's needed mentally. There's no more demanding sport physically, and obviously family. You want to spend more time, and I think there's just can I step away for a minute? Can I get a break? And I think he was able to do that still at a relatively young age and get some clarity and get some time back and let his body breathe a little bit. You know, he's in the inside interior lineman.
So how do you reconcile his words? So you're saying that he made that up when he said that stuff?
No, I'm saying I think that's exactly what it was. I'm taking him for his words.
That's the part that doesn't make any sense to me. Go read the quotes. He said, "I have no passion for football."
I'm agreeing with that. The same thing Jordan did. He's verbatim said, when I don't have any passion anymore, I don't need to play anymore. He retired in 93 after winning and came back after a year and a half. And this is a very similar thing. And I'm looking at it as
it ain't the same as football.
It isn't for his scenario. They're not going to need him. He's not have to play every down. He's going to play sparingly. He's probably not going to start the season. And they'll come in great shape because the big thing they talked about in this was that he knows right now he needs to get in NFL shape. So he probably, my guess is come back week 6-ish, come back tip-top shape, ready to roll, and they'll have him. And they'll be able to use him sparingly. 50% of the defensive plays maybe. Pop him in here, 3rd down and 6. Aaron Darnold go get in there and go make a play. And so to me, I think this is the scenario where it can work. He's not going to be like the whole entire savior. Everything's on you. Come back. We need you. No, this is come back. You're only going to be a great addition to a team that already has Super Bowl expectations. Come be a part of this. It's familiarity. He's been living here. He's got his family here. He knows of McVay. He's been popping around even last year when he wasn't playing. He would show up to the facility. He's just around the team. They're welcoming him. So I think that familiarity, and I look at a guy like Michael Vick, who got locked up, completely different situations, but I mean being away from the game for 2 years, he came back, and we saw the best version of Michael Vick. We're like, what the heck? We've been wanting to see this your whole career. And I look at this as the same thing with Aaron Darnold, where he may be able to go back, body didn't take a beating, got in great shape, come back and be a great competitor and a great addition to this Rams team that has, again, can make them help be over the edge and get a Super Bowl. So this, I agree with you of what I would desire for guys who went out tip-top shape, best optimal situation. If you're making me a design and curated situation where it could work, it's Aaron Darnold, the best player who didn't play a long 15, 18-year career, beaten down, bruised up, bad, and then messed up, and now trying to come back. This is him. Quick 10 seasons. I'm out. Took 2 years off. Stayed in great shape already. But now I need to get in NFL shape. And it come back to the same team, same environment, same coach, same everything. And I'm ready to rock and roll. To me, this is one of those things that absolutely could work. But I think it happens. Like I said, Jordan won in 93, 3 straight. Why would you quit? He said, I needed a break. Life was life, and I lost my father.
He had other circumstances. I mean, I think you're glossing over what had gone on.
I'm taking that they said. What are you talking about? The loss of his father, or are you talking about the rumored things?
That and the whole gambling thing that was out there. But I'm just
saying. He said that wasn't a thing. Can I take the man for his word, Rob?
I'm just saying.
He said that wasn't a thing.
There was more going on. And the other thing, too, is football is very different. And I just hope it's not where he's carted off. You know what I mean?
Why you gotta go to the extreme? Even if it's an injury, I'll give you that.
Because that's what happens with football. It just does.
Not a lot of guys get carted off in the sense of when you're looking at how many guys on the team, Rob. I get he could definitely have a season in the ankle injury. That happens. I'll give you that. But he ought to be carted off. I also think he knows
and
that.
And the idea, you're making a case that they don't need him. All they need him for, if they don't need him, they don't need him at all. He's just going to be like a part-time and every so often down kind of guy. We don't really need him. So if you really don't need him, here's a guy who's at the top of his profession, considered
one of the all-time great
2 or 3 players, right, at the time. And now I want to come back and be a part-time. They don't really need me, but they're going to put me on a team. I just don't see how he feels like that's the kind of way he wants to come back and not really be a part of it.
No, he'll be a part of it. The responsibility. He had to be the guy for the Rams. Remember, he was even there when they still weren't that great, his first rookie and second year. He was there when it was some rough times because that's how you get a high pick like that, right? Because they weren't that great. So you get a guy like that, and then he's had to be there everything. This is different where we can bring you in on perfect downs, 2nd and long, perfect, go get him. Third, and he might even be the best defensive lineman on the team. Now, he might be in the sense that he just might be that good again still. And it's kind of like a LeBron thing. Philly got Jaylen Brown. They got good players. They probably don't need him, but boy, would that be great if we can get a LeBron, is what they're saying. Miami, you got Giannis and Bam and some places. We don't necessarily need him, but boy, we got a LeBron. And so to me, it's like that. If Aaron Donald said, hey, I'm open for anybody, 32 teams will be on his line, not just the Rams. right now, if he said, I'm coming back and I'm ready to play, all teams in the NFL are calling Aaron Donald because he's still young enough, he's still talented enough, and he obviously will bring so much to that defense.
Yeah, I'm still going to question his the idea of that when it comes out of your mouth that you have no passion for football, and now here you are trying to come back to play football.
Why Michael Jordan? Why'd you bring him back to the Bulls then? Why'd you bring Michael Jordan back to the Bulls?
I think Michael Jordan was a different situation. Football is different from any other sport. Like if you don't really want to play it, like, and you notice, you talk to football players all the time. A lot of guys do it because they can make a living off of it.
That's true.
But
That's
you gotta
true.
if you don't love that, that's why if you don't really love football, you're gonna be in trouble. That you gotta love that.
You know what? We forgot. We're not even thinking about the fact your favorite player, Old Man Rivers, came back and look all right. I couldn't believe it. I didn't think he was going to look
all
like
right.
that. He did look all right.
No, he did not. He was terrible.
I thought he was going to be terrible. He actually was all right.
You Rob G owe me wings, okay? Stop. He was not all right. He was terrible. And they could have put any other quarterback in. They probably would have made the playoffs. That was a disaster.
And that's a quarterback. Aaron Donald might only have to play 25 plays. A quarterback, I got to have the ball every time.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Would it be a mistake if Aaron Donald to come out of retirement with the Rams? Would it be a mistake? We'll continue the conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, where we deliver insight, not noise. And we want to hear from you. Remember, this is a radio show, not a podcast. Your point of view is valued. We want to hear from you. Chime in. And you know what else you need to do? Stick and stay.
Unless you like old guys doing stuff in the US of A.
That would be him. But Coop had some things to say about his whole team, the Lakers, and Mark Funky Comedina asked him about basically what does he think of his current Laker. Obviously, they made a bunch of moves in offseason. I'll let you kind of take some of the things he said.
Yeah, he asked him about it. It was a long-form piece. We'll talk about it later in the show. And they said, hey, how do you like these moves, the post-LeBron era? What do you think about this current iteration of the Lakers? Coop said, quote, I like the way the Lakers are heading. I'm still waiting to see if there'll be more moves coming during the season and if they happen. But the pieces they have right now, I don't think it puts them in a championship run, but it puts them in a playoff run.
Well, Coop preaching. I agree. I think he's absolutely right. I absolutely don't think the roster as comprised right now, unless they make a move here or there, is better than last year's roster. Because of all the guys that they received over the last handful of weeks, none of them are better than LeBron. Will we agree on that?
Facts. Yep.
None of them. I'm not sure anyone is better than playoff Rui. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Kessler is still determined. Sure. I get that. Big man. And I understand he also feels a void. I need size. You need a big man. You need somebody to block shots. You need somebody to get tip backs, put backs. So I'm not mad at that. My point is, Kennard played very well in the playoffs for them. I think we'd agree.
For a couple of games, yeah.
A couple of games. He had a couple of games for them. Rui was shooting the lights off that thing.
Statistically, the greatest playoff shooter of all time.
That was crazy. I mean, he couldn't miss. And then LeBron is great. And Marcus Smart played very well for them most of the playoffs, not every game. Sure. So losing those four is tough. And I don't think you necessarily lost those four and then you got better with what they brought in. I also don't see, aside from Kessler, somebody – Grimes ain't locking nobody up. We know Luka is. And Austin Reeves gives a lot of effort, but it's just he's not naturally a good defender or a good athlete. And some of the other guys they brought in, Sexton will play. He'll play hard. He'll give you some energy. But my point is they don't look like stoppers right now. So I am worried about that. But more importantly than anything, you've heard me say this. I'm a fan of Luka. He's probably one of the most entertaining guys to watch. And if you texted me one day, if I was out with my family and I was at a movie theater, and you texted me, yo, Luka had 75 tonight, I would absolutely believe you because that's how talented he is. But my concern, I've said it over these airways, and I've said it to you several times, is that the way it's comprised and the way Luka is currently playing basketball, my concern is that he missed his window to win a championship. Not to average 35, 37 a game, not to get in the playoffs and win a round or two like they did last year. But, well, they won one. My concern is the style in which he plays, that era may be gone. The era of, as long as I got LeBron and Kyrie, everybody else can shoot threes, play defense, we're good. As long as I got, LeBron and D-Wade and Bosh, you just rebound and we're good. As long as I just got Shaq and Kobe and a bunch of other guys around, and no, you got to be deep. You've got to have defenders, and you've got to have an identity that's going to lock in. And I'm worried for the Lakers that Luka's style, Luka's lagging back on defense, complaining all the time. We know he ain't locking up defensively. And again, it's just not setting that tone of like whatever it takes. That worries me. And not having, as you know, I like to call them those line shifts in hockey that the Thunder can throw at you, where you're like, wait, who are these 5 guys? I thought I was playing. What? The Spurs can throw at you. Oh, my gosh. Even the Knicks threw a nice amount. But, it wasn't quite as deep. But they threw it at you as well. So the Lakers is left to be determined. I expect them to be 4th, 5th seed. I think Luka's going to be fantastic as long as he's healthy. But I don't think they can compete right now. And I worry that if Luka doesn't just shift his play a little bit, still be used, still be a scorer, still be a guy that has the ball a lot, but gives me effort on defense, getting back, not complaining with refs, and understanding we got to be deep and have that ball moving. I worry that style of play, he may have missed it, where you can depend on a guy or two and get it done. Right now, you got to be 8, 9, 10 deep.
No, that's fair. I will say I don't know for sure if they're going to be better or worse than last year's team. I can tell you they're going to be a totally different team because all the guys you mentioned, replacing Smart, Kennard, Rui, and of course LeBron, I don't think any of the guys that they got, save from maybe Kessler, do any one thing as well as Rui hits the open jump shot, right. Luke Kennard in terms of three-pointer, Marcus Smart as a defender, that kind of thing. Kessler has that argument where you say, hey, I defend the rim as good as those guys do those other things. But what they do have going for them is theoretically, all of those guys are going to fit better around Luka Doncic. What I'm concerned about is, like you said, in Los Angeles, we're not in the business of being very good.
Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Hopefully a great day for you and yours as we wind down this Wednesday. Adam Kaplan coming up in about 5 or 6 minutes. We'll have One's Got to Go coming up later this hour as well. Feel like doing whatever it is that you're doing right now? Well, with back pain relief, Aleve offers long-lasting back pain relief for up to 12 hours in just one dose. Feel the relief. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Oh, that's the number if you want to jump in on this. This Aaron Darnold stuff. It is going to be interesting, though, Rob. When, if, and what, not an if at this point, but a when he'll come back to you. Is it something you do with Thanksgiving Day? Is it just whenever he feels ready? Is it let's just see how the season goes? One of those kind of things.
When they're 0-6, maybe he won't come back.
Okay. If the Rams went 0-6.
No, would you come back if you're Aaron? I'm just asking.
That's a good question, though. Ooh, that is a good question.
I'm dead serious. Rob G, let me ask, wait a minute. Rob G, they start out 0-6, just say they just had a couple bad luck.
No, he's not coming back.
Okay, he will not come back.
The only reason he's coming back is to win a Super Bowl.
Right, go ahead. All right.
The only reason why I would challenge that, not fully, Rob G,
I think you're spot on.
I think he's a maniac like that. Like, I think if he locked in, I didn't lock in for nothing. Like, he's a little crazed. Like, if you just like, what am I gonna do now? Just toss my kids in the pool? This been like, well, I didn't get like this and get all my psyche. Because you said it earlier, Rob. I agree, right? The mental capacity, you got to be in a crazy space to play football. One of the best things somebody ever said to me was, former NFL player, he said, you guys know about the ACL injuries or the big injury and your concussion. And he's like, and that obviously, like you said earlier, we got to cart them out. He said, the things that y'all don't know about is somebody stepped on your leg with a metal cleat and flesh came out. And he said, you go to the sideline, there's literal holes in your leg, bleeding out. And they're like, what's wrong with you? Why isn't Johnson in? He got stepped on. Coach, stop being a get in there. Coach, chunk of my leg is out. Monty, chunks of my leg. And there's so many injuries that they deal with that not even the catastrophic ones you know about. Oh, he tore this, he ripped that. It's those day-to-day ones that you know this, Rob. Fingers twisted, limping. And I think to get back in that mode, I don't know if you just go back in the garage, do you? You know what I mean? Are you not psyched up enough to like, hey, I just want to go out there and compete one more time? I don't know.
No, 0-6 where you're like.
Can you meet me in the middle, 3-3?
No. I want an 0-6. Like, what would you do?
Dang, 0-6.
All of a sudden, I'm asking you, how would you feel about him? No, I'm asking this. Would you feel different now, like he's a front runner? Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you wanted to come back after week 6, and now they're 0-6, and now you're like.
Okay, I'm glad you all are here. My press conference. I'm gonna not be playing this year. I decided to not come back.
So what would you say? What would that be? What would that say about
I'll be okay with it because we know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, we know he's coming back because they're favorites. They're good. They've been good the last few years. They got the reigning MVP. They feel the Seahawks stole their Super Bowl, and he's like, I'm going to be a part of that.
They steal a Super Bowl. They beat them.
No, I know, but I'm saying the Rams feel like that. Like, we should have won. We were right there, and they got to – it's like
they lost to Atlanta.
The Spurs when they lost to Miami. Like, no, we coming back with a vengeance. I think the Rams feel like that, and I think he wants to be a part of that. But that would be funny.
They answer him. Yeah, but
my point is I don't have a problem with it because I know what he's doing. Like, I know exactly what he's doing.
But it would just make, to me, it would clearly mark him as just a front runner.
But he is right now. Like, not his career. They weren't even good his first couple of years.
No, but I'm just saying that's the reason he got, because he lost his passion for the sport, and now he has it back. Because he thinks that they're going to win or they have a shot to win. And then if they start out 0-6 or don't make the playoffs, like, I think the perfect scenario is that he comes back and they don't make the playoffs. Like, I think that would be great.
Why you wish that on him? Why they can't go to the Super Bowl and win and you get what you wanted?
No,
it's
that
perfect
would be
ending. I came back, we won the Super Bowl, and I walk off.
That's the greatest.
LA, I did it for you, and he walks off.
That would be the greatest. That would be the greatest. Is that it doesn't work out? That's the way I think.
I know that's how you think. Well, you already got the man in a cart. Golly, and they cart him off. Mr. Extremes. What if he gets heart, Muncie, and then his leg is amputated, and then
you said I was extreme when I said that Jared Goff would throw 3 picks in a playoff game.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah.
That was too long ago.
He said I was extreme, right?
I only remember things like a year or two ago. That was 2.5 years ago.
Jared Goff threw 3 interceptions. Wow.
Don't put that man in the car, Rob. Monty, you want to come back? Are you
Would I come
I
back?
can't remember. You a Ram or Charger? I forgot.
I'm a Chargers fan. Would I come back?
Well, do you look at him differently because he wants to come back? Are you in on it?
I would. I'm with Rob. I don't like the idea, but I don't know if that's because I'm a Chargers fan. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, put that hat off and just be football.
I don't like it. I'm kind of with Rob on this one. I feel like if he comes back,
cut off Monty's mic.
What if something bad happens? What if something bad happens? I don't know. I don't know.
No, I'm with you. He had a great ending.
He did.
This was a great ending.
Yeah.
Sometimes
you
don't want to revisit your fairy tale ending. Seriously.
But seeing him next to Myles Garrett, maybe it's cool.
Sheesh.
Like, I don't know.
Is that the most in-shape duo in the history of linemen?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, that's crazy. No, that's crazy.
It is.
Aaron Donald can't be that big and have abs.
No,
that don't
that's
make
not
any
fair.
sense.
I agree with you. It's not. Life is not fair, though. Life is not fair.
Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald attack. Come on, man.
Life is not fair, and that's a perfect example. They're a perfect example. Life is fair right now for the Dodgers because they've taken the lead on a Max Muncy home run. So now they lead the Phillies 5-3. It's the bottom of the sixth inning. Twins still lead the Guardians in Cleveland 7-4. Bottom of the fifth there. Rays and Blue Jays are tied at 1. Bottom of the fifth. Braves lead the Padres in Atlanta 1-0. Bottom of the fourth inning. Cubs on the scoreboard first against the Tigers. It's 1-0. Top of the second. White Sox lead the Rangers 1-0. Bottom of the second inning. In game 2 of their doubleheader between the Pirates and the Yankees, they're currently scoreless. Bottom of the sixth inning. Pirates won game 1. In game 2 of the doubleheader between the Orioles and the Red Sox, Orioles are up 4-0. Bottom of the fourth inning about to start. Boston won game 1. They've extended their winning streak to 15 games. Way to go, Boston. Earlier today in baseball, the Brewers defeated the Mets 4-3, and the Cincinnati Reds defeated the Mariners 5-3. In NFL news, Seattle Seahawks placed running back Zach Charbonnet on the physically unable to perform list as he continues to recover from a torn ACL that he suffered during the playoffs last January. Arizona Cardinals quarterback Jacoby Brissett reported to training camp today along with the rest of his teammates. Nothing new regarding his contract, though. In the WNBA, Caitlin Clark has 11 points. She is 3 of 3 from beyond the arc, and the Fever lead the Sun 36-26 after the first quarter. Asia Wilson has 15 points, and the Aces are losing to the Mystics 46-45 at the half. And Sabrina Ionescu has 16 points as the Liberty are losing to the Sky 71-70 after 3 quarters. I don't have an update for you on LeBron James, but I will tell you that I love all of the fun that other teams are having, like the Winnipeg Jets put on their YouTube channel LeBron's introductory press conference on July 27th. It's really there. Like, you could actually go to the link. The Montreal Expos. The Montreal Expos have a Twitter account. And on X, they put, due to unforeseen circumstances, we have postponed our LeBron James introductory press conference indefinitely. So I do like that all of the fun being had with LeBron. Back to you guys.
You know, that's a dangerous job, Monty. Social media director, because they do fun stuff like that, but then if you're the person who doesn't, you went too far, then they fire you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It happens all the time. Some team, they're a social media digital person. They don't all have the guru like we do with Elijah. They go too far, but yet they always, it's like they want them to push the envelope, but don't go too far. Thank you, Monty.
You're welcome.
All right, it's the Odd Couple. Rob and Kelvin on a Worship Wednesday, joined now by our friend of the show, Adam Kaplan, Fox Sports Radio NFL Insider, Kaplan NFL. If you give him a follow. Adam, what's up, man? How you been?
Guys, good to talk to you. Yeah, we're got some camps opening, and then everyone by the end of next week will have opened. So, yeah, football is here.
Was it here for Aaron Donald?
All right, this is what I know. They want the Rams would like to bring him back, okay? They're totally on board with this. It's going to come down to what he thinks he can do, and that's why he worked out with at headquarters. And it's not that his head wants to come back, like he wants to come back. It's physically, does he think he can handle it? And that's what it's going to over the next week or so. That's we're just going to come down to. Then, guys, if he does come back, they have to figure out how many snaps he can handle, because that'll ultimately play into how much they pay him. And that's at 35 years old, guys. This is like this. It's not unprecedented, but it's going to be very interesting to see what he's got left. And he retired, by the way, at the height of his game, at the height of his career. So, but again, when you're away from, you talk to guys who've tried to do this before. It's really, really hard.
That's the point I've been trying to make, is that it's not as easy as just snapping and getting back and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm back and I'm just going to play football again." There's a whole mental aspect to it as well. That's going to be very, very interesting. I'm going to say, and then the other part is, and we talk about it, the idea of injury as well. Like guys come back and they wind up, getting taken off on a cart. I hope that's not what happens.
Extreme.
Well, look at it this way, right? So his last downs were in the 2023 season. He did some media work. He's been around with a wife, which the wife loves that he's home, but he's got that itch. And the Myles Garrett, this is no one told me this, but knowing I know a little bit about Aaron Darnold privately. I don't think this even is a discussion if Myles Garrett's not here. I mean, we'll see what happens if he does unretire. And by the way, it's going to be a 1-year situation. It's to play with Garrett, get another ring, to stay in LA. It's a cool season. Remember, the Rams hold his rights,
and the Super Bowl's
here.
They're
at. Yeah, exactly.
I hope they lose.
That's another thing.
I hope the Rams don't make the playoffs.
Now,
That would be a great
Rob,
story.
you have to. Let me tell you something. If that happened, if they don't make the playoffs, it would be one of the biggest upsets in NFL history.
Adam, I do want you to say this, Adam.
Okay. Yeah.
Before you think Rob being extreme, I picked
you never
Chiefs. I picked the Chiefs not to make the playoffs last year. People thought I was crazy.
Do you think Mahomes would get tear his ACL? But okay, I got you.
And I picked the Lions not to make the playoffs after going 15-2 and the number one seed in the NFC.
I was down on them last year. I did not pick them to win the division. I was one of the few people that nationally didn't think they would win it. Right. And by the way, they still have problems with the roster. The Lions I'm concerned about the roster, to be honest with you.
All right, what's going on with New England, Mike Vrabel? Is that all that behind them, or where is that?
Look, I'm going to give you a pretty interesting story. So when the stuff went down, we don't need to rehash everything, but when it all went down, he had team source told me he was in the meeting with the players, told me that Vrabel was phenomenal, very accountable, former player, as you know, he was a pretty good football player and a Super Bowl winner. And the players absolutely adore him, and they're totally behind him. They feel there's a feeling within the building like Mike has kind of been straight with him. Here's where I was with that reporter. So Rob, it's a good question. We haven't really talked about this in a while. So to answer your question, I feel like everything's being handled. Now, here's what happens. What happens if something comes out during the season? That's something that we haven't talked about yet.
She hasn't spoken yet, and you just don't know what bombshell could come. I have a lot of issues with it that everybody's cool with it. It's not the idea that people have to be perfect or whatever.
Yeah.
But the accountability part, can you trust the guy? He was giving out company trade secrets to a reporter who he's sleeping with. There's a lot of issues there.
The last part, I'm not going there, but go ahead.
But Adam, you're in the business. How you made your living was by breaking stories and making relationships. And you've been in journalism. I'm in journalism, and you know it. It's a taboo. It's the worst thing that you can do.
We talked about this a couple months ago. When this story broke, I was on with you guys.
Yep, and we talked about it. A lot of people didn't talk about it. We did.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk about it. I don't know Mike. I know that Rossini a little bit. We actually did SportsCenter together. He actually knew her a little bit before she got to ESPN. I was there when she got there, and but it was well known. I don't know if I talked about this the last time when we talked about this originally. Like, it was very well known in my business that they were very good friends. Now the other stuff, whatever that really is, was stunning to me. Let's just put it this way, Mike. I mean, Rob, and the guys. And if this is two males and they got caught on vacation, that also would not be good. By the way, you can't. Rob, you talked about it when I was on that time.
Yep.
You got to keep your distance. Like you could be. I'm friendly with a lot of personnel people in the National Football League.
And you can be friendly.
But I know and I've lost relationships because of the stuff I put out. You know what? I could sleep at night. I'm sorry that it happened. It hurt me. Bothered me. Sometimes I couldn't sleep very well. But you know what? You got to do your job. Our job is to educate the public, and never forget that.
100%. Spot on.
Absolutely. Adam Kaplan on with the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Worship Wednesday. I want to go to something. Adam, you see all the list and the top players in the NFL, the 100.
Kelvin, here in Philly, dude, I used to work with Fowler at ESPN. The Jalen Hurts one, people absolutely want to.
Well, stay there then. I was going to go another player, but go there with Jalen Hurts. No, I was going to go somewhere else, but stay with Jalen Hurts. Doesn't make the top 10 quarterbacks. But if you look at the most successful over the last 7-8 years, he's got to be in that list.
Pretty good. Yeah. I know. Look, he's not playing 111, but the guy shows up when it counts. I mean, we could say all we want, done for all in time. It's a true fact. Needs to be better, true fact. But the guy's won a lot in his career. And the Justin Herbert stuff, personal people love him. The guy's super talented. More talent than Hurts, but how's he elevating his football team? That's
Thank you.
Like look at Stafford. Now, yes, he's with better players. Rob and I have debated this for as long as I've known him about Stafford, but Stafford is an elite quarterback, and he backs it up with great play when it matters. And yes, he's with better football players, better coaching too. Let's not forget the coaching matters.
Yeah, but I watched Stafford's I watched his entire career, and I think you guys give him a big pass in Detroit. He had Ndamukong Suh. I can go back and give you when they had a top 5 defense and they played Dallas in the playoffs. You can go look. There were situations and circumstances. He played with Calvin Johnson. He played with Nick Fairley? They had a really good defense.
Nick Fairley reference. Wow, first round of Auburn. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but he was with Ndamukong Suh and whatnot. And they had a nice little thing there, and I think. I think a lot of quarterbacks, if you add them to that Rams team that had already gone to the Super Bowl, probably could have gotten done what Stafford did. And if you remember in the Super Bowl, there's very few times that you could throw a game-winning touchdown as a quarterback in the Super Bowl and not win Super Bowl MVP. And the reason he didn't win it is because he threw 2 picks in the Super Bowl as well. That's why he didn't get the MVP.
I hear you, but Stafford's an elite quarterback right now. Now, he's gotten help, great coaching, and the talent around him, but he's also elevated the talent, which you have to do. And you got to. Here's the thing, Rob. As we move on here, you got to show up when it matters. And he showed up. And I'm not disagreeing. He was an underachiever with the Lions. He should have been better than he was. And
okay, there you go. As long as you could say that, a lot of people don't want to admit that.
Absolutely should have been better.
Yes.
You know what? I cannot argue your point. It's actually Kelvin.
That's
as much
fair.
As Rob and I have battled.
Yeah,
he did a good job there. I can't. I have no rebuttal with that one.
Adam, Alex, make sure you take that out the tape. We'll never have that again.
No. Very nice.
Sorry.
Adam. We're up against it right now, man. But we appreciate you as always, and obviously, as you mentioned, we're getting closer and closer to football time, football season. So we'll have you on a lot. Thanks, man.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
man.
appreciate it, man. Thank you.
See you.
Appreciate it. No, listen.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did hear that.
You know what point I'm making.
No,
that's all.
And I tell people too. You know this. I was right there.
You watched him.
He missed some throws that. That was the one. He missed that one. That would be 3rd and 6. You needed to maybe you're up right now, right? You're up 4. Now we got to punt. That team comes back and they win. I agree. He missed a few plays, and sometimes you know this, Rob. He tried to be too cute with that arm talent.
Yep.
And I fully admit, Matthew Stafford had some plays and some key moments that you like. Okay, of all the times to not throw that little cute, pass, that wouldn't be it. All right, one's got to go, Rob. I think you'll like it. This is about neighbors. Annoying neighbors. I'll explain. It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Stick with your boys, Fox Sports Radio. All right, let's get to it. Cap, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, arguably, depending on the age range, some people say the greatest. Some people, for me, he is in the top 3. Some people, have him 1, 2, 3, 4. But he had some things to say. not just about the NBA, but the WNBA, Rob G.
Yeah, there's big facts. Now, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, in his advanced age, he likes to comment on everything. Right?
He does. Well, he writes stuff.
He writes, he's a Substack. He comments on social issues, politics, but of course, we're a sports show, so when he touches on something with sports, it always gets a rouse out of people. So in his most recent Substack, he took big offense, and rightfully so, with the congressman's letter to the WNBA in which they claimed that, Caitlin Clark was being unfairly treated, and unless they do something to fix it, that they should, they need to do more to protect her. That's fine. But one thing he said that was raising a lot of eyebrows is specifically that the congressman referred to Caitlin Clark as the face of the WNBA. Here's what Kareem said. My first reaction to this letter was to check the calendar and make sure it wasn't April Fool's Day. Don't get me wrong. Caitlin Clark is very good, possibly even a great player. But calling any one player the face of the league, absent the sort of on-court and cross-platform dominance of a Michael Jordan or LeBron James, is an insult to an awful lot of great players.
I hear Cap, and I think he's right in principle, but I think he ends up being a bit wrong in practice, meaning this is just the world we live in, and I'll explain what I mean. I get his sentiment, right? It's a whole league. We're all part of a whole. We're all part of this bigger thing. Yeah. And like he said, aside from a Jordan who was just on another level, or maybe even a LeBron who's been 20-plus years on another level, but it shouldn't be. And I think I hear his point, but I think there are other factors that determine when someone is the face of the league. And a large portion of that is your audience, right? Just the fans, the people who are tuning in. And I think the other part is the metrics. You look down at the numbers, the viewing, the ratings, the online socials, you're like, okay. And I think you also look at the dollars, right? Purchases, the money that's come in, all that good stuff. And I think all those things, and then, of course, ultimately talent as well, right? Yes. So you kind of have to put all those things in a blender. And specifically with Caitlin Clark, let me be very clear. A'ja Wilson is the best player in the WNBA. Yes. I will scream it from the mountaintops. She's incredible on both sides. She's a walking MVP, walking finals MVP, walking bucket. She's just a dominant force.
Yep.
Point blank, period. And I think she is, to his point, to Cap's point, one of the faces. In a perfect world, she would be the face, right? Because you're mixing personality. She's got flair. Yep. She's got pizzazz. She's got a little swag to her. She got everything you need. Shoes sell out. Yep. She scores. She dominates. She wins. She should be. Soccer put the camera on me, whichever one that is working. She should be the face of the league. I get that. And I believe that wholeheartedly. She's incredible. My daughters love her. They try to get the shoes. Couldn't get the shoes. Sold out.
They did. They sold out quick.
But here's the thing. It ain't always the person that wins the most or whoever may be deemed the best player that year that oftentimes is the face.
Push back, I'll say, with that last point you just said.
What part?
The face of the league has to win. And ends up having to win a championship for that to be cemented. I think with Caitlin Clark, there's no doubt about it. Like, she brought so much revenue and so much eyeballs to the WNBA when she came in. I think that's a no-brainer. But at the end of the day, they have to win. And Caitlin Clark, if she stays in Indiana with what they have right now and that head coach, they're not going to win. And so you can't continue to say she's the face of the league until that matriculates to wins. Because at the end of the day, that's the star, the face of the league, ends up winning.
But I'm not disagreeing. That's put a period. I took that. Remember, there's elements, there's pieces, there's things, there's attributes to it.
Yeah,
that's a part of it. You can't be terrible and be the face of the league.
Yeah.
However, my point is there has to be some other things, and I think those other factors favor Caitlin Clark in the sense that she, like it, love it, hate it, she does draw ratings.
1,000%. Yeah, absolutely.
Like it, love it, hate it, she does have the most commercials.
Yep.
Like it, love it, hate it. Oh, she's a really, 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 really good player. By the way,
yes,
I have her, it's probably around the top 5 or 6, you know what I mean? I'm not to get all super, but I think Paige Beckers is a better player.
I think Olivia Miles is better.
Olivia Miles.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's eventually, she's going to, if she doesn't win.
I completely agree. The winning is going to have to match all the other stuff. And not to mention, again, A'ja Wilson,
of course,
heads and shoulder and above. And a handful of other players. Breanna Stewart's still sitting there like, hello, don't forget
Sabrina
your girl.
Ionescu.
Sabrina Ionescu.
Right up there.
And that's been my point. And there are a handful of others. That she's just a clear-cut best player. The people get carried away with that. Parker, Kelvin, Washington. Shout out to Adam Kaplan. Appreciate him joining the show. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by Freeboard Hazard Protection. With convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. All right, let's get to it. It's now time for One's Gotta Go.
Hard decisions. So 5's a crowd. Is that what I'm gleaning here? 5's an uneven number. Figure it out.
Hear me out. One gotta go. Oh, you're stupid, Alex. You are dumb. All right, let's get to it. I know, Mark. You didn't even let me get the joke out, Mark. So, we've all had this where you're living in your home and that's your place, your safe haven, and there's neighbors that drive you crazy for multitudes of reasons, right? So, I've been having this particular one. I won't say it because I don't want you to think that's my answer per se, but one particular issue with neighbors. One thing that is a pet peeve, that is a no-no for me, the neighbors do. Now, which one of these has to go? Monty, Rob, both of y'all, Alex. Loud music at night. Just always got stuff pumping, just music, just party. Hey, turn that down. I'm trying to go to sleep.
What time is this?
Okay.
What time?
Whatever that means to you.
Okay.
I'll leave it, you know what I mean? Just
Gotcha.
for you, do you
Okay.
feel like it's just too loud too late for all that? Cut that down. They always got parties, that kind of thing, okay? One is that. One, they're early birds, the opposite. They're up and they're mowing their lawn at 7 a.m. They're doing stuff. You hear them hammering away. They're soon, hey, ready to roll. Let's get it. The other one, they never pick up their dog mess or just dog-related things like that. It's just the stuff in there and the poop, or there's, maybe they left their doggy bone in the middle of the street. Just dog stuff, pet stuff where you're like, oh my gosh, it drives me crazy.
Stupid.
Another one, they park in your spot. So in front of your home, you feel like that's where my car should be. They always park
You don't own the street. You don't own the street.
Okay, hey.
You only own
You haven't had your chance to say this is easy yet. So, and last one, this is more current because this happens now. They always have Amazon and just trucks coming every day, packages coming, dropping off stuff all day long. And you're like, oh my gosh, just huge trucks coming every hour. You're right, Rob. Everybody can't get the boneless couch. So there are your options. Music and, whatever, just too festive all late times of night. Dog never picks up the mess and just poop and just dog stuff. Maybe dogs barking, just pets kind of a thing. Up too early, doing stuff, mowing lawns, spraying stuff, all too early. Amazon packages and trucks driving all day, or they park in your spot. One's got to go. Saying, no. That I can deal with the other things. I ain't dealing with that. Monty, go.
So easy. So easy.
Which one?
If you are mowing the lawn at 8 in the morning, I hate you.
Oh, don't
I
come to my
hate you
neighborhood.
so much.
So in our neighborhood,
Yeah,
it's
no.
HOA. It's 7. It's the time. So 7.
I'd move out.
HOA flex.
I'd move out.
I'm just saying because it's a.
How many gas stations by you?
20.
Stop.
Alex, you're so right. That was a flex.
That was
No.
a
Only reason why I said, I'm gonna tell you why.
Monty,
Because
you
it
have
was the rule.
you have to cut the lawn before it gets hot out, before the sun.
No.
So you have to cut the lawn.
I don't care.
In the
So
Yeah,
you
you
would
can do
hate
it when the
7.
sun's coming down.
You
I don't
would
care.
hate 7 a.m.
Oh, I would
they
hate
literally
7.
wait to the
No.
bam the minute. And
Yeah, can't do it. I'll deal with all the other stuff.
All
I'll deal
right.
with all the other stuff.
We're running out of time. Rob or Alex or who? What you got?
Just dog poop. I mean, obviously, you don't want that left around. I think that's the only thing. All the other stuff just sounds like deliveries. I'm sure the truck doesn't.
They're
come
all
every
you.
day.
You get all these deliveries. We know how you like to shop. You definitely throwing some parties. I done seen the photos. I know the parties in the D. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What else did you
I
do?
had to go to court over a party at 7 o'clock because I had a pool party in August at 7 o'clock. Somebody
No,
called
that's
the
extreme.
cops.
No, that's crazy. That's wild. 7 p.m. party in summer is fine. Real quick, Rob G.
Parking in front of my house.
I'm jumping right in. That's mine too. Get out my spot. Get out. Don't do
You
that.
don't own the street in front of your house.
I do own the street,
You
Rob.
do not.
I do own the street.
I
You
do own it.
not.
It has
you don't own the
my
sidewalk,
Rob,
and you don't own
you
the
live
street.
in an apartment building,
Yes,
Rob.
tell
You
him,
don't
Rob
get
G.
to have this conversation
You
right
don't
now.
live in
I have
Detroit
a
anymore.
house in
You don't live in
Southfield,
Detroit.
Michigan.
You don't
What are
even
you
live
talking
there.
You
about?
don't live there anymore. You
Take your
can
park in
boneless
front of my
couch and put it in
house.
front of someone else's
take your
house.
boneless couch and shove it. All right, what you got, Alex?
Well, see, for Rob G, it's easy. You just park on the grass, so you ain't got to worry about
Wow.
that.
Whoa,
That's
What?
racist.
That's
That is
racist.
not.
Hit that
That is
button.
not.
That's
Rob G
racist.
That is
tells
racist.
Rob G tells me that happens all the time in
does
his
happen a
house.
lot.
Rob G
I
said
hate
all
it.
his brothers pull up like
It
that too.
sucks.
No, I'm with Monty. You do yard work at 7 a.m.
That's crazy.
That's rude.
Your car might not be driving the next
Yeah.
day, is all I'm going to say.
All right,
That's crazy.
So we're
That's
okay
crazy.
with loud music at night? That's the one we are.
Oh, let's bump it.
Okay. What else did we think? Hey, turn it down. It's 11 o'clock. But you better not park in my spot. It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Boston Red Sox have won 15 games in a row after defeating the Orioles 6-3 in Game 1 of their doubleheader. Right now in Game 2, though, the Orioles lead the Red Sox 4-1, and it's the top of the 6th inning. In Game 2 of the doubleheader between the Pirates and the Yankees, they're scoreless, and it's the bottom of the 7th inning in the Bronx. Pittsburgh won Game 1. The Rays lead the Blue Jays 4-1, top of the 7th inning. Twins are up on the Guardians in Cleveland 7-4, bottom of the 7th inning. And the Dodgers have a 5-3 lead over the Phillies on the road. It's the top of the 8th inning. Braves lead the Padres at home 1-0 after 6 innings. 4th inning about to start in Chicago, where the Tigers and the Cubs are tied at 1 apiece. White Sox and Rangers are tied at 1, and it's the top of the 4th inning, while the Astros lead the Marlins 2-0 after 3 innings. In the WNBA, Caitlin Clark has 21 points. She is 5 of 7 from beyond the arc, and the Fever lead the Sun 70-46 at the half.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3 on this Worship Wednesday. My goodness gracious. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. It is the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Happy you can be along.
That's right.
Man, where has this show gone?
Flying.
And I should say, make sure you check us out on YouTube. You could be watching us right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. It's really easy. You could also tap the thumbs up icon. You can comment away. Again, check us out. We're live on YouTube. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Don't forget,
it's heavy-handed, man.
Ned Colletti's coming up, the former Dodger GM, best-selling author. Also, he was a scout in the NHL as well, right? Wasn't he a front office, a scout and front office person? He's a jack of all trades. I mean, the NHL and Major League Baseball. And, of course, also Last Call. That's coming up in case you haven't been able to get in earlier in the program. So we got a lot to get to. And, Rob G., I guess we could start here with the NBA and, all these – what's that?
I was going to say, Rob, we got the Odd Mob. I've been plugging the YouTube all throughout the show.
Okay, let's do
a single Odd Mob YouTubian comment. There are some doozies in there.
Let's go there. Go there. Okay.
Courtney Miller, who is like, if Sean is the mayor, he's like the vice president of the Odd Mob.
Lieutenant Mayor?
Yep. He says, cut that out, Rob. Give it a rest. Quit acting like the Black Jim Rome.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, Rob, but why are you the Black Jim Rome?
Am I a relevant radio talk show that just happens to be black?
Wow.
You ain't irrelevant to Mark.
And by the way, Mark texted me, says, tell Kelvin to laugh at a lot of stuff. It wasn't just that.
Mark, it is a bit now. Just get used to it.
This one's funny. Luann Perry says, why does Kelvin always have to yell? We can hear him just fine. He drives me crazy.
What? Oh.
Of all the people on the show, he thinks Kelvin's the one who yells.
No, he is.
Racist.
Kelvin yells too much. He yells too much. I'm delivering these takes with measure
calm and ease and nuance. Yeah,
exactly. I'm a broadcaster.
See, man, is it like Elijah? You got the names mixed up on the screen or something? I'll quiet down.
This is another one. This is not Rob's fault. It's just the setup of the studio and where he is to the microphone.
Oh, boy.
Luke Bear says, "Rob, we love you, but enough with the liquidy mouth. Stop it."
What liquidy mouth? What does that mean? My lips are wet?
No, every time you open your mouth, you moisten your lips to talk.
Come on, don't ever tell me nobody moisten their lips.
But we hear Rob just.
Hey, yo!
You know what it is? He is enjoying some of that 25-cent soda right before we get back on. Or he's got, what else you got over there, Rod? I knows him. He got some ribs right next to him.
It's either the water or the Diet Coke.
Look how small that water is. Man, show me that. Well, show me that again. If you don't go get at least a 16.9 in your life, what is that 2 ounce of water? So you can just check it off the list. I had water today. What in the nonsense?
That's great. And here's another one. This is a kind of a controversial one, Rob. I've always wanted to ask you this, but Zach in Florida says, Rob, would you still be at ESPN if you didn't call RG3 a cornball brother?
Ooh. Probably not.
I don't think so either. I think you would have left FS1 eventually. I think you want to be in the warm weather.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a good question, actually.
No, that is a good question. I don't think. I think at some point, when the show was really, like First Take was First Take, and you know what I mean. It was. I feel blessed to be a part of it, and it was really popular. And we can talk about to what degree.
I was watching that live when it happened. That's how I was.
Yeah, no, that was a lot of people were watching it live and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, things happen. But I would just say my second act of my career was greater than the first act.
Look at you. On a Worship Wednesday, you know what they say? The latter shall be greater. Look at that.
No,
walking testimony.
I would say that. And I think as time has gone on, I think I'm not saying I was vindicated or anything like that, but I think people understood where I was coming from. Man, I think now it's clearer.
I don't think we didn't then.
I'm just saying.
It's a matter of can you say that right now? But I think we
Rob's from a different time, man.
It wasn't necessarily.
Remember ass slapping Mondays? Rob G, let's bring that to the Odd Couple. I think it could do well for us.
So instead, we still have it, Rob G. We just put the location of where it goes down. So instead of doing it, we just put the Magic City Monday.
I'm just like the idea that I did a radio show, and we used to be out at a bar, and we had Ass Slapping Monday. This was on Sports Night with Parker and the Man. I'm not even making this up. And women would come to the bar and get on our lap.
Pause.
And we would.
Oh, that's not pause. That's resume.
All right, resume.
That's resume.
Okay, resume.
I need a sec. Resume.
Yeah, that's resume.
And we would slap their ass on the radio. I'm not even kidding you if you think I'm like making this up.
Listen,
Alex, you've heard it, right? You've heard the promo for Monty. Can you believe that? That's what we used to do. It was called Ass Slapping Monday.
I believe it. Rob.
And women would come into the studio and you would slap their asses.
No, they would come to the
Sports
club
bar
that we were at.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then they would,
I guess that's a little bit better.
Listen,
I guess that's better. I guess from that perspective.
I guess that's acceptable.
We wouldn't have people come to the studio.
Okay.
Well, that would be wrong. But over there,
not the studio, no.
That crosses the line.
I'm gonna tell you, listen, working in FM radio, like the Wild Young Hip station.
Oh my gosh.
There's some that you just said they wouldn't come to the station. Absolutely, they would.
I know they would.
No, they would. I'm just saying
that era. That era of stuff.
In.
Yeah, that era. Dude, I worked at the cool, the fun hip station back there, and it was part of the Clear Channel. Rob, you know what I'm talking about, in the same building.
You mean Cheap Channel, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's another thing. But when I tell you, Monty, bumper stickers, they didn't want them on the bumpers of cars. It was a wild era.
Yeah.
I used to get some stickers. I used to give them to my homies, be like, hey man, go,
You never partook in putting the bumper sticker on not a vehicle?
No.
Oh,
long
okay.
time ago. Long time ago.
I know. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
And Monty, we also, when women called into our show, Monty.
Yes.
We would always have to ask them. We had a drop, and it was a drop where the guy says, "What color panties do you have on?"
Okay.
And
like
we would always.
There was an exit we missed. Well, we had an exit.
Rob, caution.
No, and women would call up the show, and we would hit the drop, and then they would say, yellow or white
the color,
or whatever it was, and then they would ask the question.
Oh,
you could never do that now. That's how long ago I was doing radio.
But the thing about it is, Alex, and you know the face I'm talking about for our radio listeners. You got the little face like you're reminiscing a little too hard, Rob.
Oh, God.
Like you wish we were still in the air.
Like a twinkle in his eye.
That twinkle in his eye, Rob. Do you see it too? He's like, man.
I could hear it.
Those were the days.
The 90s guys. Oh,
Man.
God.
You missed those days.
Yes. Oh.
Can you imagine that now?
Different
That's right.
times.
We're hanging at Joe's Bar and Pub. Swing by so we can slap them cheeks. Like this. girl. We going to Joe's tonight. Like
the Lions lost again. No problem.
No problem.
Oh gosh.
And guess what? They would show up.
877.
Oh, it's just a wild.
877 slap my cheeks. 877. Alex, do not pull that off.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna have that ready for you.
I'm chopping that up as we speak, Rob. Yeah, it was a different era.
Okay, all right, Rob G. Can you
say get back on track?
Is this not the segment?
No.
My bad.
So, Monty, when you were younger, did you ever go to Joe's?
But we do have a segment we're efforting in the next couple of weeks here.
Okay, which one is
One
that?
night at Kinko's.
Yeah.
Me and Alex were talking about it. We have thoughts on how we're going to make it come together in a big way.
I like that.
Rob, we'll talk about it off the air.
Yeah.
I'm going to need copies, photocopies of the letter.
Oh, God.
Okay, so here we go.
Wait a minute. What are we doing?
You are
I'm
listening.
now.
Yeah, there you go. We're talking about Kinko's.
Yeah, we're going to do a segment built around a night at Kinko's.
Wow.
It's going to be great.
It'll be great.
It's
okay.
going to be great. All right, guys, back on track. Big news in the NBA. We talked about it earlier in the show. Victor Wembanyama, the cover boy of the latest the NBA 2K27. And that's interesting because he spoke to The Athletic about the honor, and he spoke to him about a number of things. One of the things he talked about was taking that $50 million haircut with the Spurs. And the reason he said is, quote, the reality of today's NBA is that often the potential of teams is not fulfilled because of money. And I just don't want to make sure that it never our case in San Antonio. That dovetails off of something that happened on Monday where the Oklahoma City Thunder completed their roster purge by giving away a third player for nothing, just for financial purposes. So you have OKC, the reigning champs from a year ago, dumping 3 players. Victor Wembanyama, arguably, if not the greatest, one of the greatest players in the league right now, taking a $50 million haircut, all in the name of dollars and cents, but doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I personally, Rob, and I'm going to agree with something that I know you're going to get to because we've talked about this a million times, you and I. I hate that the position that the players put themselves in by the way they have the current CBA, right, where they agreed to the second apron thing and they agreed to this where it ended up, handicapping themselves to an extent because now you have players, as Rob G just mentioned, as great as Wemby, having to make these tough decisions. And I hate what it does to teams like the Thunder and Sam Presti, who's been phenomenal in this market where you don't always get the big free agents, where you have to draft well, done that. I got to trade well. Got SGA, right? I gave up Paul George for SGA. You got a great free agencies. You got to piece this thing together like a puzzle. And when you're masterful at it, well, you're hurt by it. You get hurt by your own success because you drafted well. Now you got great guys like J-Dub, and you did a great trade for SGA, and you got Chet and all these guys and great ancillary pieces around you. And now it's like you're penalized for that. Like, wait, dude, what you want? I'm in a city where people don't want to come. Nobody wants to go to Oklahoma City. So I'm doing my job. I'm studying. I'm scouting. I'm doing everything right, putting pieces together, getting guys at jail, getting guys that buy into the same types of chemistry, and I being hurt by that. You look at the Spurs and R.C. Buford and the same thing he's been able to do, and these organizations that do it well, that do it right, and it seems like the league is now penalizing them. You get like a 2-3 year window. That's it. You got 2-3 years, you better get it, and that's why it's going to be difficult to get repeats, right, and get multiples because guys got to leave because I want to get paid. Well, I can't pay you, but I can pay you. And this gone are the days of kind of the Warriors where their style was, all right, we're going to keep our guys, we're going to pay them, but we're going to pay an insane amount of luxury tax. Well, you can't do that quite the same anymore. So, Rob, I just think it hurts the team, and we talk about it all the time. The players signed in on this. They signed off. And now here we are where it's hurting them. They can't get all the money, and it's fracturing relationships, right? You get a Jalen Duren. Well, we're not going to pay you. Well, I got to go here. Well, I can't go there. And then you get weird where you got to make decisions. And we obviously talked about the Celtics with Jaylen Brown where we got to make financial decisions, and we don't want to do it this, but we can't stick around. We can't pay you, but we can't pay you. And I just think it ended up backfiring. I know Adam Silver said he enjoys it, but to me, it's crippling teams that doing business right. Right? I'm doing it right. I'm scouting, and I'm getting good college players. I'm doing it right. I'm getting free agency that guys that maybe other teams weren't thinking about. I'm making trades that other teams would never do. They laughed at us for a year or two, but now look how it's paying off and it's paying dividends, and I just think it's making it more difficult, and it's almost like you become a victim of your own success, and it backfires.
But where OKC won a championship, okay? The Spurs and Wemby's first run in the playoffs went to the finals. I don't know if people, and the idea that two players, right, like the Celtics, two players should take up 70% of the salary. It's business-wise, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so the argument about having a salary cap is something else. The Warriors had restrictions, but guess what? They were willing to pay ridiculous luxury tax to keep. So they said, we don't care. F the luxury tax, we'll pay it, and that's what they did. You know where I am on salary caps. I don't think that they're necessary. I think you should just do good business, right? Business. I'm not going to spend more money than I'm taking in or putting myself out there. You could take a risk or a chance, but you have to be financially responsible. There are people who spend a lot of money and they don't win. The Mets, I could go on different teams, or spend a lot of money. Does not mean you're going to win anything. All I'm saying is, when it comes to the NBA, I don't know the idea of these contracts that they're giving people in $70 million, $60 million. It's just not sustainable. I don't know what else the NBA. It's not. Two players take up 70% of the cap. Like there's no way you can keep. You can't pay everybody. Yeah, it's not possible.
And two, when you start to dive deeper in this, it's also why we don't see these massive free agencies like we normally do too, right? It just
no, that's dead. That's dead.
Right, and that used to be kind of the fun. You love your guys, your teams. Obviously, you're rooting for them for a handful of years, but then big name X decides to leave, and it's a big deal, and it's kind of what makes it fun. Oh snap, he might go here, he might go there, and so we're losing that as well. So it's
but the players signed off on it,
and that's why I said I know me and you would get to that point where. Once again, it's something that the players agreed to that I think ultimately now they kind of look at it like, wait a minute, where was the benefit for us? You know what I mean? Where I can't rock with a team for a while. It's too hard financially. I can't become big free agents. You're only getting the only way you really can add outside free agents, you got to offer these 1-year veteran minimums. You got the mid-level exception isn't quite the same as it was. So it's just it is really handicapping and crippling the flexibility of teams, which they historically had. And I think, to me, I keep looking at, Rob, I emphasize teams that have done it well to me. And it's like now I can't keep the same team, even though I've been the one playing masterfully this chess game. If you use the Thunder for an example, it's like now I'm not being rewarded or I'm being hurt because of that. So I'm just not a fan of it. I know, Wemby spoke on it, and it put him in a position where he's like, well, in order for me to keep guys and do this.
Wemby and those guys have been brainwashed. Those guys, I feel bad for them. I really do. Players, NFL players, NBA, they've been brainwashed. I don't even understand how anybody in the NFL, when they could sell the Seattle Seahawks for $9 billion and then have somebody tell you that they need a salary cap to be able to do
How do you undo that?
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm really I've been saying this. How do you undo this
as a player, how you got to be or the Clippers, a horrible organization, gets sold for $2 or $3 billion, and you're sitting there and somebody's sitting to you telling you, well, we can only spend this amount of money on a salary because that these are the
because for what? Like, what's the real reasoning?
Do you see?
Because that's what we agreed upon. But why?
It's illogical. It's just
and you know what? The only thing making money all the time, Rob, sports teams.
Yes,
you can be horrific and make, as you mentioned, the Clippers. You can be huge and make a bunch of money. Obviously the Lakers just sold, what was it, 10 billion? So, there is really no need for the cap. That's why I'm wondering, at some point the NBA players need to. If all these young talented guys that we see, the Wemby's, like, who knows what Wemby could make in his 12, 15-year career. At some point, I'm like, all right, we got to rethink this. Shout out to the forefathers. Appreciate you got us here, but it's time to rethink that.
No doubt. All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. I'm looking for a napkin so I can wipe my wet mouth.
You just love low. You just gave Alex. So Alex is lined up tonight, man.
Is he? Alex, don't do it.
It's like Alex, you want to give him a whole treasure chest full of them.
Well, Rob G had to read that one talking about. I don't even know what to do. I'm sorry. Is the second apron punishing smart teams like the Thunder and the Spurs We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay
Especially
America.
If you got a napkin for Rob Parker in the US of A.
All right, where Rob, you want to start somewhere? Or you want to go straight with the idea of here we are now, day 28. This decision longer than the first decision with LeBron. AD?
I'm not tripping. He's earned the right. I know Rob disagrees. I can imagine what Rob is saying about this.
Well, it's called the indecision. It ain't the decision. It's
that
the
was a good
indecision.
one, I'll give you that one, Rob. That was a good one.
Come on.
For me, I'm like, look, man, like, take your time. Take your time. Just because everybody else wants you to do something don't mean you got to rush to a decision and do it. He needs to do at this time in his career what he feels like is best for him and his family. Plain and simple. And I know there's a lot of people out here that are mad at that for whatever reason.
No, Rob.
What's best for his family? This might be his last season. I mean, let's not overthink it. That sounds great if you're trying to figure something out, or he was
you are trying
a
to
star.
figure something out because you got
all right.
kids.
You could have stayed with L.A. You could have stayed with L.A. You could have taken the veterans minimum to stay in L.A. Why, if it's about your family, you can't have it both ways.
What's both ways, Rob?
Both ways is if you're going to take a veterans minimum to go to one of these other teams, you could have taken that in L.A., kept the family together, stayed at your Brentwood mansion, and your kids and your wife and everybody's happy and played a string out. You're not winning wherever you go, and you're not going to win in L.A., so what's the difference?
Well, number one, I disagree with he's not going to win wherever he goes.
Yeah,
if he
he's
goes
not
to
winning.
Philadelphia,
He's not winning.
Or if he goes to Cleveland, they have a much better chance of winning. He has a much better chance of winning.
Is not winning. They're not winning. NOT. They're not going to win no matter where he goes. Go. They're not winning.
So answer this question for me, Rob. Answer this question. Does he have a better chance of getting back to the NBA Finals in the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference?
I don't know. I mean, really? I didn't think the Knicks were going to get there. You know what? But things happen. Something could happen out west. Right? I'm not convinced.
San Antonio and Oklahoma City, wherever he goes out west, they're not better.
Maybe
than San
Wemby's
Antonio.
hurt. Maybe Wemby's hurt the same way that the Celtics got knocked. The Knicks might not be there if Tatum didn't get hurt. Maybe they beat the Sixers and then beat the Knicks. There's a lot of things that can happen. You don't know the same thing. Something could happen out west. I don't know. Maybe Austin Reeves decides to play defense and Luka's in shape.
Now, see, you done went too
and
long.
Now,
You got carried away,
you got
Rob.
a good team.
Now you got carried away.
I can see on this Magic City Monday, I got the combative Rob.
AD, he's been out for a week, so he's been waiting to argue with you.
I've been on vacation. I need to argue with somebody other than the waitresses. I'm at the restaurants.
I see. I see. You know what? Like the producer Rob could have warned me before I came on. He could say, "Hey man, you know what? Let's go have some fun." Rob's a little testy. He's a little combative. You know, like,
AD, what's funny is he been chill this whole time till you came on. He was actually chill.
Rob G could have said, Rob's got his panties in a bunch. He's back from vacation.
Yeah, Rob G could have warned me. He could have warned me.
All right, let's move on. Okay, do you still think he's going to Cleveland or not?
No, I think he's going out east. I don't think he's going out west.
Okay.
I don't. For me, Cleveland, Miami, or Philly. I think for his skill set and what's needed, I think Miami would make sense. Philadelphia makes sense as far as simply winning is concerned. But if he wants to play that role of a guy that can facilitate and have a little bit of a higher usage rate, And with his skill set, his ability to facilitate, I think Miami is the best fit skill set wise. But Philly, to me, is the best fit for winning.
All right, AD, I want to go here. The team that he left. Matthias Steibel now. You got Zaire Williams as one-year deals. These guys. You don't sound so through with the moves. Yeah, I saw what I saw, though, AD. When I saw this one, the people on, socials were all Rob cooking. Rob, as in Rob Palenka, he's cooking. You ain't buying this dish? You don't want to eat this?
He's cooking what?
What, he boiling a hot dog?
I guess. Because, look, man, where would you put the Lakers now in the Western Conference? In the top what?
At highest level, I think the highest is fourth. I think more of a fourth.
Not a chance. Because you're not putting them ahead of San Antonio.
No.
Oklahoma City.
No, those are the two givens.
Denver.
You are a little higher on Denver than I am.
You're putting this Los Angeles Lakers team the way currently constructed.
I'm with you, Antonio. I'm sorry.
But AD, okay, that's 3. Then I said the Lakers at the ceiling is 4.
Keep going.
Fox Sports Radio, it's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Ned Coletti joining us here in a few minutes. Good to talk to him. Stream us live wherever you happen to be in the iHeart app. You can catch us in all your favorite Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeart app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And to be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of the presets in the iHeart app. So it's always going to pop up at the top of your screen. All right, Rob, let's get a few calls before we get to Ned here. Just talking about the NBA second apron. Is it punishing teams? Is it hurting them like the Spurs, maybe the Thunder, so on and so forth? 877-99 on Fox. What we got?
All right, Mike in Florida. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mike?
Gentlemen, good evening. Yeah, you guys bring up a good point. I just caught you at the end of that. I look at the San Antonio. Didn't he have the blood clots? So he gave up
Wemby,
what?
yeah.
Wemby gave up, what, $50 million, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
So, okay, God forbid anything happens again, and then, so he gave that up, and like Brunson did for the Knicks. But my thing is, how much are the owners making? And, I'm just kind of torn. I mean, Wemby
you shouldn't be torn. I'm going to say this, Mike. None of it makes sense because, Mike, I just told you about like what Seattle, the Seahawks sold the team for, right? Like the money they're making is so over the
right. Mm-hmm.
It's so over the top. If you told owners that they could only make 10% profit over, you know what I mean, a 10% profit cap, they would sell the team tomorrow. They would never agree to limiting how much money that they can earn. I just don't understand it. I don't.
Yeah, it's the world we live in right now, brother. The corporations are running. It's Orwellian or 1984. Read the book, right?
No, for
no
sure.
doubt.
Hey, appreciate the call. Thank you so much.
Yep. How about Kevin in Culver City? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Kevin?
Guys, good.
All the time.
Hey, next time you guys have Mark on, call him Mark McMahon, because all he does is laugh at Rob's jokes.
Mark McMahon, Ed McMahon, you're ridiculous.
Yeah,
I like that.
Oh, I bet you
Where's
do.
his laugh?
Yeah.
Oh, Alex is locked in right now.
Check this out. In 2004, Kobe Bryant was a max contract for 5 years, $134 million. Guess who just got 5 years, $134 million? Walker Kessler. The players are making too much money.
Who played five games? Who played 5 games.
Exactly. Jaylen Brown, $300 million. They had to pay him. So after LeBron left for Cleveland, the incentive was, let's make these players stay, so we came up with the super max contract. When the owners and Silver met, they said, let's come up with a plan where we won't look like the bad guys. There you got second apron. So now they're moving all these guys to get off of their money. Jaylen Brown, LaMelo Ball.
Right.
That's what's happening. So the second apron is the saving grace for the owners to the fan base that they can't pay all these guys this money. And you're absolutely right, Rob. The owners are making money hand over fist. But the players, when they did this second apron thing and they did this new deal, they're giving all of it back. And I think the owners are like, hey, we have to will some of the house back in with all these contracts. I mean, you got guys like Paul George getting max contracts and then demanding trades. So
Kevin, here's another thing. Let me give you one thing real quick. Don't lose your train of thought. Here's one other part. The NBA, all the contracts aren't even guaranteed anymore. How did the players give up fully guaranteed contracts to now that their contracts aren't guaranteed? I don't even – what deal? How did they sign this deal?
I remember the days of Rick Fox getting a 5-year, $25 million contract, and that was a big deal. The players have come so far to make all this money, and then they give it right back. The protection is the guaranteed contract. That's the security. I've talked to so many players when they're coming up, the rookies. They all talk about, I just want to get to that first big deal, that first contract after the rookie deal. Once I get that, I'm good.
No doubt. Hey, we're up against it, Kevin. I appreciate you, man. Thank you as always. All right, Monty's now, and then we're going to have Ned Coletti on the other side.
All right, guys, we're going to start with baseball. The Dodgers currently lead the Phillies 9-4, and it's the top of the ninth inning in Philadelphia. The Twins have extended their lead over the Guardians in Cleveland. They're up 10-5, bottom of the eighth inning there. The Rays lead the Blue Jays 4-2, bottom of the eighth inning. Padres and Braves are tied at 1, bottom of the eighth in Atlanta, while the Tigers have pulled away from the Cubs. They're up 4-1 after 5 innings in Chicago. The White Sox lead the Rangers 3-2, bottom of the fifth inning. The Marlins, who have lost 8 in a row, have tied the game against the Astros. They're tied at 2 apiece after 5 innings. In Game 2 of the doubleheader between the Pirates and the Yankees are up right now 2-0, and it's the top of the ninth inning in the Bronx, but the Pirates won Game 1. In Game 2 of the doubleheader between the Orioles and the Red Sox, Baltimore is up right now 5-1, top of the 8th inning. Boston won Game 1. They have actually won 15 in a row. Other games that happened earlier today, the Brewers defeated the Mets 4-3, and the Royals edged the Giants 5-4. San Francisco has lost 5 in a row. In the WNBA, A'ja Wilson has 33 points, and the Aces are leading the Mystics 94-93 with less than 2 minutes to go in the game. Caitlin Clark has 25 points and 11 assists, and the Fever are crushing the Sun 93-62. They're late in the third quarter. A little NFL news for you, as Arizona quarterback Jacoby Brissett reported to training camp today, but there is no update regarding his contract. And Super Bowl champion Seahawks placed running back Zach Charbonnet on the physically unable to perform list as he continues to recover from tearing his ACL. Back to you guys.
All right, Monty, thank you so much.
Yes.
I was ready to sit back and listen to more. You've never been that fast.
Ned Coletti, I don't want to make
shout
him
out
wait.
to Ned. I appreciate you doing that, Monty. It is the Odd Couple on A Worship Wednesday. And as we mentioned, we are joined now by the one and only Ned Coletti, former Dodgers general manager, best-selling author, and as I always used to tell him, Ned, the coolest man on TV. Ned is, of course, my guy. What's going on, man? How are you, Ned?
Hey, good to be with you guys today. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Everything's good. Rob, anywhere you want to start before I start with the big one in baseball with Scooble?
Yeah, let's just go there. What's up, Ned? How are you?
Hey, good, Rob. Good. Good to hear you, man.
No, absolutely. Here I am. Don't be the Angels. Don't decide to yourself that you're going to hang on to Scooble. If you're not going to pay him the $400 million to me, you got to trade him, Ned. I'm sorry.
I can't disagree with you. I think you got to do it. I think you got to be one of the most important things when you run a team in any sport, I think, is really being honest about where your team is at. And might they put a little run on, or might they get to the postseason? How many games are they going to win in the postseason?
Exactly.
That's what you got to measure. Because if you're not going to get to at least the LCS, you got to move them. Now, will they get equal value for who he is today? No. Nobody really does. Nobody's really got enough players to really make it a equal type deal. But will you get more than you will if you wait till the off season? Absolutely. Not even close.
Ned, I'm going to go here. Another one, because, we've talked about Scuba. We'll have to do, and I'm pretty much with Rob, too. Baseball's a little different in that it's not like if your team isn't going to win, it's okay. It's not quite the same as your star player in the NBA or star quarterback in the NFL where they hold you to that standard. So it's a little bit different for me. I want to go to the Dodgers, obviously a team you're very familiar with. And Shohei, who we've been able to see him pitch this year, I think it's a 1.79 ERA, 85 innings. He's looked great. Obviously, he's great as a hitter, but he keeps getting knickknacks and injuries, and they're going to maybe shut it down for pitching right now. What do you suspect they do? What would you do? He's phenomenal at both. Has it run its course, or do you just shut it down? What do you do?
Ned, he has to give up pitching. He has to give up pitching and be a hitter every day.
Well, I don't know if I make that last decision today. I think I shut him down for a while, and we all try to make real decisions and as quick as possible. I would use the time. I would use the lead that they've got. I would use other people they've got coming back in that rotation, and I would just let them hit. But I think when you get to September, I would let him throw a little bit here and there, see where he's at, if he can do it. If you're talking about this guy coming in to finish a game, if you're talking about this guy coming in to pitch 4 or 5 innings in the month of October, nobody's got that. Think about the World Series against the Yankees. Who finished it? Walker Buehler. So you can go way back to the Diamondbacks and the Yankees with Randy Johnson and Schilling. This guy, I wouldn't shut him down completely. I would leave it as we'll see where he's at when we get to the end of the road here, end of the regular season road.
But here's my pushback. The Dodgers won 2 World Series. Ohtani didn't pitch in the first one at all. Had a chubby ERA in the second World Series that they won. They've won 2 World Series without him on the mound. Babe Ruth gave up the pitching part. I get it. He was a unicorn. He did it for a while. Ned, all of his injuries are pitching related. He's had surgeries, and it's always about the arm. This guy is too good. 2 years ago, when he was 50-50 and he could steal bases and not worry about pitching, he had one of the best seasons we've ever seen in baseball. I think it's a disservice to his talent that he can't play every day and just focus on the thing that he does better than and that's hitting than pitching, Ned.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm going to wait to make the decision. Would you let me do that?
Okay, but you get my point, though. I mean, okay,
I get it. I get it. Yeah, but I've learned that the decisions that I make early are usually not good decisions. So I want to wait. I don't have to put a postseason roster in right now. I don't have to make a decision in right now. Everything that you've said, I cannot disagree with. But I'm going to say, but you know what I want to do? I'm going to wait and see where we're at. We don't know if somebody's going to get hurt who pitches at the end of the games. Did you think that Diaz was going to get hurt?
Right.
Yeah.
So we don't know what we don't know. That's my point. So as long as we have the option and he's okay at the end of the year, we make that decision when it's the day we need to make it.
Ned, there were 3 teams, good teams, that struggled out of the gate. 2 of them fired their manager, and 1 did not. So the Red Sox go on a 15-game winning streak, right? They fired their manager. The Phillies fired their manager Rob Thompson took them to the World Series a couple years ago, not 10 years ago, a couple years ago. Yep. They got off to a bad start. They bring in Don Mattingly, and the Phillies got right. And the one they waited on Carlos Mendoza. I just could not figure out why. I know a lot of people in baseball like him. Mm-hmm. He's a good baseball man. I get all that, Ned. And the Mets are having just an awful season. As a general manager, whatever, how do you figure out when is the right time to make that move? Because it's difficult, especially early on in the season where a team can get it turned around. Did the Red Sox and Phillies both get it right and the Mets just missed the boat?
There's a little. I think there's a little bit more to it than that. I think for me to dismiss a manager in season, I had to see that the team quit, that the voice meant nothing anymore,
right?
And that they were lackadaisical, they were slow, they weren't crisp, they didn't play with an intensity. Okay, so I would need to be sure before I would do that. But the piece that so many people miss is firing somebody is not easy, okay? But you better be sure that the next person you put in that seat is going to get it done. And you better know that that person is available, or if they're not available, like in the Philly case with Cora, that you've got somebody else that you trust implicitly to do it like they did with Donnie. Because people get in a hurry to make a move on the outside. Mm-hmm. But the people on the outside don't have to make the decision to fill the spot at the inside.
Right.
And so you've got to be sure that that you've got somebody in mind. This is more so in season than out of season. But you've got to have somebody in mind that you know, with almost beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this person is going to be able to do what the other one has stopped doing. Because if you don't do that, you're the next one. Because then you've done an injustice to your organization and to everybody by not having the replacement that you know is going to fix what the other one, which has caused the other one to get dismissed.
Hey, Ned, I want to ask before we let you go, anything you got going on? You know you're always doing something. You got a book out? I know you got the book. Tell us a little bit more about it.
No, well, the book hasn't been out for a while. I got a couple other book ideas, but I got too much going on to get into it. Going to the Hall of Fame this weekend for Jeff Kent's induction, honored that he asked, so I'm going to fly to Cooperstown.
Very nice.
Team Italy was great. WBC, that was one of the great highlights of life. I was just in Rome earlier this month and was honored by the Italian Senate for what Team Italy did for baseball in a country that doesn't really play a whole lot of baseball. But looking forward to the hockey season with my San Jose Sharks and looking forward to teaching at Pepperdine.
I tell you,
nice, busy,
keep on moving.
Man. Oh, yeah, Ned. That's why Ned is the most interesting man in the world.
He sure is.
I wouldn't go that far, but thank you.
And I'm trying to retire, and Ned just says he's outworking me. I mean, wow.
You know what? If you've got a hobby, you can retire. You know, I don't have any hobbies.
Oh, well, Ned, you're one of the best, man. We appreciate you taking some time now. All the best to you.
Always be good with you. Take care.
Yep. No problem. Appreciate Ned, always the coolest dude in the business, man. Ned Coletti there on the way. Let's get to it, Rob. Last call.
It was frightening. He agreed with me on the OT. I made a compelling case.
But I love the way he said it. Can you let me wait?
Yeah, I know.
Can you let me wait?
But he didn't poo-poo it or discount it or say, like, no.
I mean, listen, we talked about it, I think, yesterday. Yeah, you brought up a great point that they didn't necessarily need him. But he kind of said what I said of, dude, these injuries with pitchers, Rob, we see it so much. And to have a guy that's capable that can give you a couple innings in a Shohei, that's something you want to keep in your back pocket. Last call, 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. Your chance to get in with the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, Fox Sports Radio.
It's last call time on the Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance.
Your call's important to us.
Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
the discourse surrounding Caitlin Clark and how she's being treated by her WNBA peers has really gone off the rails once again. Most notably by Boomer Esiason. Take a listen to what he had to say about the situation.
If I were Caitlin Clark, I would seriously consider going to play overseas somewhere and get the royal treatment and get real money.
From the Saudis?
From somewhere. I mean, there's international.
She can't go to the Saudis.
Well, she can't go to the Russians either, as we saw that, Brittany Griner got stuck there.
She did. Well, yeah, in jail.
Right. So
can't take that money from PIF.
But a lot of the women actually do play, in European leagues because they supplement their income. But now supposedly their income is going up here. And I know that Caitlin makes a ton of money off the court in terms of endorsements, and rightfully so. But I think that there's a petty jealousy, and she's a straight white basketball player. And she is not being treated with any sort of respect whatsoever.
What a shocker, Boomer Esiason. She's a straight white basketball. I want to say something.
Yeah, I know
this is so up his alley. And despite all the money that she's making and all this other stuff, he's gonna throw out her sexuality. Hey, Boomer, why don't you name all the non-straight players in the WNBA that you just wanted to talk about? He is the worst of the worst. Boomer, if you thought he was a bad quarterback, he's a terrible talk show host. All he does is push narratives that he feels good about or that he feels great. This whole idea, the idea that she's making way more money than everybody else, but she should take her ball and go somewhere else. But did he have an example of where she could go? No, he didn't have an example because there's nowhere to go, considering all the money that she makes.
And not to mention, Rob, the reason why I told Rob G, I said, make sure we add that, was because this is a problem. This is exactly the problem with Caitlin Clark, and why sometimes I feel bad for her in the sense of she's just out there trying to hoop, but it's people like him who she's straight white female, as if she needs to be protected or should be honored, or we should all bow down to her.
Is she the only straight white basketball player playing in the WNBA?
Sabrina Ionescu, who is in the league, and you could argue is better. You got other players as well. I just don't understand. Like, what are we doing here? Kelsey Plum has been playing better. Now, she's out now with some injuries. But my point is,
Boomer is a typical guy who, when they turn a certain age, they think they can say whatever they want and do all that stuff. Boomer's going to wind up like so many of the other guys just like him, because this is what happens to guys when they get a certain age and they feel they're untouchable. And that's where Boomer is right now. He's playing that.
Yeah, and that's my biggest issue. And this is the issue I have with the whole Caitlin Clark conversations we have. It is she came at the wrong era for where we are in life. Everything is divisive. Everything is all, with so much division. You can't, like, Angel Reese can't have a good game now. Because the things you see on social media from all the bros, she can't do this. How many layups she made? Everything is that now, right? Where she's straight white and a player. She should. What are we talking about?
Did you hear what he said?
I heard it, and that's why I said we got
WFAN in New York. He's the same guy who thinks all the Knicks should go to Donald Trump and bow down to him. He's the same guy who attacked Abdul Carter.
Yep.
Abdul Carter and back, of course, when Colin Kaepernick was kneeling, it was the worst thing in the world. And then your quarterback goes to the most divisive president.
Speech. And what's
exactly,
the issue?
and he's on there with free speech.
He didn't tell the team. The team didn't know till 30 minutes before.
Thank you. He didn't talk about any of that. No, because he left all that stuff out. That's what Boomer Esiason is terrible. That's why they got rid of him at CBS. He's terrible. And that's the guy who continues to do this stuff. I don't know how. And then, of course, his partner's just a minor bird, so he's not going to push back on Boomer. It's awful radio. I can't believe that in this city, what does he call the mayor? Because the mayor's not a white guy who's 60 years old or whatever that and doesn't have the last name Cuomo. He calls him, what does he call him? What's the term?
I probably don't want to know.
I'll come up with it, but you know what I mean. Like something's wrong with him too because he's a different cat.
So to get off of him, because Forget him. I ain't even thinking about him. I only brought that up to say it's that type of sentiment that makes this where every other play, every other game is divisive. It's all the bros and the men and women are the problem. All that going on right now. Because Caitlin Clark is a really good player in the WNBA. That's it. She's a really good player. She's not the best, probably not even the top 8 or 10 right now. There are other people who are better. What's going on with this boneless couch, Rob? What's going on?
Is my mic hot?
Yeah, mic is hot. We're all concerned about you with this boneless couch. What is it setting you back? It's giving you troubles?
I need a boneless couch tonight. Oh,
wait a minute, I just thought about that, Alex. You need some, you know what? You need Jesus to save your couch is what you need. You need a miracle right now. He turned water into wine. Maybe he can turn your boneless couch into a bone couch.
Oh.
It's the odd couple, Rob and Kelvin.
Everybody loves that saying. Come on.
I know. I still haven't put that up on the gram. I got to put that maybe tomorrow.
Hey, now just listen to Rob, too. Hey, baby, remember when Moses split the Red Sea in two? Come see what the boneless couch can do.
Ooh, bars. Shout out to Ned Coletti. Appreciate him. Adam Kaplan as well. Everybody who joined the show. Greatly appreciate it. You can always check it out again. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You'll see ours. Rob G will put up the best of version, also full version as well. Please like it, share it, review it, provide a review, all the good stuff. And what are you saying, Monty? You just told me in my ear. Okay.
Monty can talk to us?
Nah, she said she wasn't listening to us, Rob. Dang. That's what you get. Yeah, you snitched on yourself, Monty. You wasn't listening to us?
Wow.
Well, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna look over and see if somebody in there distracted, Jason Smith or somebody. He always walks in there and distracts. Monty, you know you'd rather listen to us than him distracting you. How dare you?
I mean, Monty, you know what you're gonna get with Jason Smith. Complain about the Mets losing again. I mean, what else is it? I mean, come on.
I know. It was just a second.
Almost as predictable as Rob.
Yeah.
What? I'm not predictable. I'm far from
whatever,
Rob
you brand
G.
muffin.
Rob G. You guys are predictable. Oh my God.
Well, you got a comment for us, Rob G?
Yeah, instead of the last call, there's a comment I wanted to read because I just feel like Rob's influence on the Odd Mob is not going unnoticed, and I'm not happy about it.
Okay.
What?
Adam Hurley comments, "Hey, did I tell you I met the Pope one time, Rob? He told me to kiss his ring. I couldn't believe it, but I kissed it. Then he laughed and bent over and said, 'Now kiss my ass.' Ha ha."
Is that a joke?
I guess so.
Yeah, I guess you got you got the whole. Everybody thinks they're comedians now. Everybody. By the way, I did meet the Pope, though. I told y'all that.
You did? Did he bless
Pope Francis. He blessed the family right next to us.
He didn't get
Did
you?
he?
No, he didn't get to us. He gave me the what
He
up,
said
though.
no brown people.
No, they were Asian. It was an Asian family. He gave me a what up, though. It was crazy.
The Pope blessed my dad from the Pope Mobile at the '84 Olympics.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, he's like, I think that's why I lived through so
Hey, yo,
many
your
strokes.
dad, man, he has some stories.
He got some crazy stories.
Because you told me one I'm really upset about, but you haven't told.
The Prince one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be telling that. People will be, my daughters would go, here we go again with that Prince story. Are you kidding me? Do you know the Prince story, Rob?
No.
Man.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, wait, was that it? Yeah, it was kind of related to that, right? He was working on something. Yeah, man, your dad has way too many great stories. But shout out to them. Yeah, Pope Francis, rest in peace. I did meet him. We're right there at St. Petersburg in Rome. My wife and I, like 2013, 14-ish.
When I saw the Pope, that was the last vacation that I went on with my wife. I'm just saying. That was it.
He didn't bless that union.
The Pope said, peace out.
That's it. He said, y'all not going to make it.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?